Looks like Balor's in some shit. Okay, let me change the category. Hopefully it works this time. Let's see. It worked! Yay! Gee. Yatta! I'm impressed you didn't cry, to be honest. This is still level 1 drama. Yeah, no, but I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, I didn't cry. I don't know. I'll probably cry later. Balor did nothing but gaze blankly out the window. Maybe I'm just not in a crying mood. I don't know. The fighting between the relatives went on without end. Oh yeah, Balor's stuck in the fighting between everyone. Poor Balor. At first, the relatives had crowded around the study. However, no matter how much they knocked, the master of the study did not answer even once. Ava and several others said they should open the door with the second key, the one Genji had. However, in a flash of brilliance, Natsu said that Kinzo had been in a particularly bad mood and had taken back the key he'd previously given to Genji, which meant that he now had both keys himself. She claimed that this was the reason they couldn't open the door. After she promised to let them meet Kinzo tomorrow morning no matter what, they finally returned to the dining hall. But of course the argument continued even there. Ava's group needed a lot of cash very soon, and they were trying to threaten Kraus somehow to make him pay up. Apparently, Battler solving the epitaph threatened Kraus's position as the successor, which gave the others a powerful tailwind. On the other side, Kraus and Natsuki based their argument on the claim that it had never been specified that ownership of the gold would be handed over to the person who solved the epitaph. It had been hidden gold, but simply Kinzo's stockpile, and it was still Kinzo's property, which meant it would naturally be disturbed after Kinzo's death with the rest of the inheritance. Umineko will be nice today too? Okay, now am I because I know full things so I relate more so I get emotional? Yeah, for sure, for sure. Well, I'm excited. Yeah, it's been a good stream today so far. Once they made that claim, Ava's group again started demanding to be allowed to see Kinzo. It had probably been obvious to them from the beginning. This sibling fight could only be settled by Kinzo. This was obviously a confrontation between Ava's group, which wanted cash fast, and Kraus, who was hiding his lack of funds but still didn't need the money right away. As he listened vaguely to this exchange, Battler marveled at how, despite their usual affluent airs, they were surprisingly deep in debt. True. According to the clock, it was almost midnight. Certainly was a perfect time for a break. Oh, here comes the first twilight. The atmosphere relaxed just a bit.
お互い一服するのも悪くないで。ほな以後は議事を取りながらにせんか。言った言わないはもうごめんや。
まったくだわ。下の根も乾かないうちにそんなことは言ってないなんて。平気で言い出す兄さんとの会議に議事録は必須だものね。
文字じゃ書くのも手間だし、インチキだっていくらでもできるわ。
そうだね。兄貴、こいつは動くのか？
オーディオセットかい？なるほど。それならば議事を手書きせずに済むし、捏造もできんで、互いにとって公平だ。
勝手にいじらないように。当主様の大切な音楽テープですよ。
The dignified tape set had a sense of weight that it had matched this majestic dining hall perfectly. Yep, with Detective Erica. Pepega. Oh, Detective Erica is an evil little girl. On pleasant Sunday mornings, it would sometimes be used to play famous tapes or records. However, right now is the most neutral and impartial conference record keeper around. Rudolph finished randomly fished randomly around the cassette rack searching for a blank tape. And every time he found some tape with sophisticated music on it, he complained about how pompous it was.
失礼します。お呼びでしょうか。
休憩することになったの。申し訳ないんだけど、何か飲み物を用意してもらえない？ビスケットみたいなものがあってもいいかもね。
かしこまりました。すぐにご用意いたします。
あと、風邪薬あるかしら？さっきから熱っぽくて。
なら無理は良くないな。休みたまえ。
ローザがいいと思うなら好き。私ならこの大事な会議中に風邪くらいじゃ休まないけどね。
そうかね。私は遠慮なく休ませてもらうよ。夏日、私たちも少し休まないかね。
はい、あなた。
So maybe Rose is behind? Oh, that doesn't make... Also, I think if you'll finish White intro tomorrow, so you're near the end. Oh, okay, cool. Feels like we're nearing the end of the intro, too. Sensing that he meant to have a strategy meeting, Natsuki stood up. Excuse me. Even if that hadn't been the case, she was so desperate to get out of the room, even for a moment, she had taken any excuse. Kraus and Natsuki left the dining hall. The tension in the room truly relaxed. Fuck you, Kirie.
最悪の気分でしょ。大人の階段だと思って諦めて。
Shut up, bitch.
俺はいつまでここでボサーっとしてりゃいいんすかね。
さあ、バトラ君は私たちのおみこしだからね。眠い？
古典の授業程度には。
今夜はどうせお父さんは現れないでしょう。クラウス兄さんたちが戻ってきたら、バトラ君はもう戻っていいかと提案してみるわ。
Oh, well, aren't you so sweet? Knock, knock. A light knock and the faint sound of china clinking together could be heard.
失礼します。
Hello, Shannon.
お茶をお持ちいたしました。
Hello, Cannon. Shannon and Cannon had come by with a serving cart. The pleasant smell of black tea had the effect of relieving a bit of the tension.
よ。話は聞いてるか？
何のお話でしょうか？僕たちは何も。
よしなさいルドルフ。教える必要は何もないわ。
僕たちは親族会議のお話には関心ありません。
そうね、それが賢い返事だわ。
深夜勤なの？大変ね。
そういうお役目ですので、ご用命いただけて嬉しいです。
そうかもしれんな。することもなくぼんやり起きてる方がしんどいもんや。わしも下積み時代に倉庫番とかやったことあるんやけどな。ただ起きてるだけでもこれがとにかく辛いんや。戦争直後はな、物資泥棒とかゾロゾロ売ってな、警察も頼れん時代で、とにかく物騒でな。
Hideyoshi was particularly proud of how he started with nothing and built up assets by illegally diverting goods from the American army. That's kind of based. That's pretty based, Hideyoshi. Fuck the army. Once the subject came up, Hideyoshi tended to get pretty talkative. Oh wait, hold on. Let me just fix my mic really quick. Okay. The relatives who knew this were greatly relieved to see that a perfect sacrifice had come up.
バレたら一大じゃ。アメさんは怖いで。牛肉食っとるからパワーも桁違いや。
Those American people.
捕まったら最後銃殺刑かデスパイハンギングや。
True though.
わかるか？ Death by hanging。
Death by hanging。
それでな、肉や肉や。日本人はもっと肉を食わなあかん。そしてわしは胃袋をつかむ商売を始めなあかんという典型を受けたんや。
はあ、それは大変なお仕事ですね。
よしなさいよ、あなた。戦後生まれにいくら話しても当時の苦労なんか伝わらないわよ。
ん？またわしの悪い癖が出てしもうたな。すまんすまん。
あなたたちもお茶をしていきなさいよ。たまには自分たちがどういう紅茶を入れてるか、その下で学ぶのもいい勉強になると思うわ。
I'm thinking, right? And I still think my theory is a little correct about... Okay, well, I'm gonna be... I have no idea what's going on with Battler, Beatrice, and the thing 6 years ago. But as for, like, the killings that happen... I was thinking, right? Because I was looking at Hideyoshi and Eva, and I was like, oh, Hideyoshi's such a good husband for Eva. And then I remember it was revealed in red, I think. I could be wrong. Nico Nico Ni? Sorry, I just read your comment. I could be wrong that, in remembering this, but I'm pretty sure Hideyoshi covered for Eva and lied that she was in the room. So let's say Ava's the murderer, which I don't think she is, but let's say she was. Maybe it's because she was consumed by the, like, darker magic, right? The, like, magic that's fueled based on, like, anger and pain rather than, like, the good magic. And I think that happens to, like, each person. Like, kind of like how Higurashi switched killers. I think it switches here. So, like, sometimes it would, like, I think this time it's gonna be Rosa because she was the first one to be like, oh, I kind of want to go rest. And then, like, I could be wrong. I don't know, something like that, maybe.
いえ、結構です。お気遣いなく。
少し付き合ってくれよ。大人ばかりで俺も窒息しそうなんだ。
そら、次期当主のバトラー様のご命令だぞ。そこに座って俺たちとしばらくお茶しろい。
Oh yeah, also, I think I just got a notification. I think a new emote got approved. It should work. Oh yes. Hehe. Look at it! It's so cute. Maria slides in like that. Do-do-do.
それで最近の出来事とか趣味とか見てるテレビとか若者の今の流行りとかそういう話をしやがれ。
The Maria sliding in with that smile is so funny. Nice. It's
俺
so
たちの
funny.
勉強になるからね。
See, like it'd be perfect for. Oh, it's just such a good emote. Thank you to my friend Hey who made it. She's so good at art.
ほら、二人とも座って。そして話題に飢えた私たちの生贄になってちょうだい。
そうやな。若い子と話をしよう思たらキャバクラでもいかんとこの年では難しいわ。
Cabaret.
いつまでぼさっと突っ立ってんのよ。ルドルフが座れと命令したわ。座りなさいよ。
Sit
私
down,
も許可してあ
dog.
げるわ。
After getting Ava's permission, Shannon and Cannon looked at each other and finally obeyed nervously. For a while, the two were pounded by the questions and became the relatives' playthings. Then, a reserved knocking sound could be heard. There is a truth to anything at the end. Would you like to know it, or would you rather still believe in magic? It depends what you mean by if there is a truth to the... I would want some form of magic in this. Like that, I would like that. If you mean that if it comes out to the end where there's no magic at all in any of this, I can't lie, I would be sad. I would be pretty disappointed. I would feel a little betrayed too. I'll have to see how it plays out. But I'm hoping there's some kind of magic in here for something. Like, there has to be. If there's not, I'm gonna be, like, really sad. All the servants tended to knock in a similar manner, so no one found it strange. However, Shannon Cannon turned around with a surprise. Is it, Erica? With a surprised look on their faces. Or is it Kinzo? It's Kinzo or Erica. The servants here today included two of them, Genji, Kumasawa, and Goda. Goda had the midnight shift at the guest house. Kumasawa had gone to bed in a spare room in the guest house. The two of them were right here, so Genji was the only person left. But they knew very well that Genji would knock like that. Rudolph didn't recognize the knock either. When asked who it is, it became apparent that no one knew whose knock it was. After that, knock repeated just once more. Could that be someone had their hands full and was asking if the door be opened for them? As a slightly odd feeling began to encompass the room, the sound of a large clock in the hall could be heard. It was a sign that October 4th had ended and October 5th had begun. Let's step back in time a bit. At this time, Kraus and Nazi were a ways off in a deserted corridor on the second floor. Open the door, Bunny! Open the fucking door, it's the police! Pow, 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 pow! It's the SWAT team, we're coming for you! Pow, 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 pow!
これ以上を渋れば、エヴァさんたちはお父様を監禁しているなどと主張して警察に訴える可能性さえあります。もうこれが限界です。
限界です。
バトラ君が黄金を発見するのがあれさえなければ、なんとかうまくやりくりできる筋書きを考えていたの。
私がかけるといつもこうだな。いつも想定外のことが起き、絶対確実だった話が。
明日の朝、お父様の部屋が空っぽであるということ、源氏と口裏を合わせ、早朝に森へ出かけていくのを見たと言わせましょう。
その失踪をエヴァたちが
客も承知です。しかしもうそれし
そのようなことをすればエヴァたちは金をせしめるためならなりふりなど構わない。
This is kind of chainsaw reference me, by the way. Oh, which one?
それこそおかしな雑誌とつるん
The open the door?
私の信用にダメージを与えてくるかもしれない。
ダメージで済むではありませんか。
Yeah. Oh, okay.
毎日
I'll look it up after the stream on YouTube so that I can remind myself. I'll look up Open the Door Chainsaw Man.
明日一日をギリギリまで粘ってからでも遅く。
Kraus, you're so dumb.
もしも明日を無事に乗り切ることができれば私たちは何も失うものはないのだ。焦って失踪という切り札を切る必要はない。
彼らがお父様を監禁していると騒ぎ立て、そこに失踪していたと返すのですか。その方がはるかに疑いを招きます。もうお父様にこれ以上は無理です。
Poor Nazi.
落ち着きたまえ。エヴァたちの毒気を浴びすぎて冷静をあの書斎に入る鍵は2本しかない。そしてその2本はここにだから誰も入ることなどできん。あの扉は特別性だ。彼らがそうからどんな行動を持ってこようともびくともせんよ。
Chainsaw Man chapter today was 10 out of 10. Oh no, don't get it. You'll get super spoilered. It's later in the month. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I need to read the... Oh, I have so much to do. I have so much on my list to do. Oh, dear, dear, dear. But I definitely need to read Chainsaw Man. Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
そういう物理的な問題ではありません。
I'm thinking, what if Natsuki gets murdered and they take the keys from her?
だから焦るな。落ちなんなら君は熱を出したことにして寝込んでいてくれればいい。その間に私が全て乗り切ってみせる。
あなただけに任せられません。私も最後まで戦います。
When Natsuki could no longer hold back the tears brought on by her fierce emotions, Kraus had held her gently. Just how long had it been since the last time she'd felt the warmth of her husband's
頭痛
compassion?
がひどいのだろう。君がそういうシワを眉間に浮かべるときは
あなた
Natsuki's such a sweetie pie. She's such a cutie pie. She had come to think that her husband could never guess the way she felt, but at times like this,
失踪という切り札を最後の殿下の報道と抜かないうちが大事なのはいつでも抜けるという心構えではないかね。
それは
その切り札をもちろん最後の瞬間の責任は全て私が取る。君とジェシカは巻き込まん。
それはどういう意味？
後ろ宮家が滅ぶ時、台風が過ぎたら
No!
離婚届を準備しよう。
Don't say that to her.
それに捺印し君に預けておく。内緒で君の名義にしてある財産がある。
Crow, I'm gonna cry. Why are you doing this, Crow? Stop it.
さらにそれに慰謝料を加えれば君とジェシカは不自由なく暮ら
Oh,
せる
he
はずだ。
really cares about them. I'm gonna cry. A dad who actually cares, so rare.
嫌です。
Oops.
私の墓碑に刻むべき名は後宮夏日です。
Aww.
どうか最後の瞬間までご一緒に。たとえあなたが後宮家最後の当主であろうとも、夏日を最後までどうか当主夫人で。あなたの妻でいさせてください。
Krause's existence was founded solely upon the trust and power of his assets as a financial fixer. If either of those were weakened, nothing would remain. If they used the trump card of Kinzo's disappearance, they would lose one of those two essential supports. It's like offering up your right arm in exchange for your neck being cut. It was probably better than losing your head, but you still might die from the blood loss. And even on the off chance that you did survive, you'd have to bear a heavy wound that wouldn't heal for the rest of your life. Krause was prepared for even death. Understanding this, Natsu buried her face in Krause's chest and cried. Aww. Yeah, those are rare in these stories. Oh yeah, for sure the dads. I was like, what's rare? You know, my brain. Little... I'd love to see you reading CSM if you want to stream that. Oh, that's an interesting idea. I'll have to think about it and see. I kind of want to add some more games that are less reading though, because I think I'll be able to do my visual novels for longer. If I, like, you know how I have my Paper Mario, something like that. I need another game like that I can throw in between. So that I get, so, like, because the more variety I have, the more I miss other games and the more I want to play. You know what I mean? You gotta switch. So I'll have to see. I'll have to find some more games like that, and then maybe after that, I'll look into doing that. That's a good idea, though. A game with gameplay? Yeah. The sudden appearance of Genji's voice made Natsuhi jump back and hurriedly wipe the tears from her eyes. Krause stood in front of Natsuhi, shielding her.
源氏さんか。驚かせないで何か用かね。
はい、申し訳ございませんが。
私にあなた。
構わんよ。
When Krause left Natsuhi's side, went to a window a short ways off, and gazed at the windy, rainy rose garden, Natsuhi went to Genji to a place a short distance away.
何事ですか？
はい。
Oh my god, another phone call. At that moment, a sudden eerie sound surprised her. It was the large clock in the hall announcing midnight.
まさか、また。
はい、いかがいたしましょう。
要件は。
お答えいただく奥様と直接お話ししたいとの一点張りでございます。
Again, a phone call. From the man who claimed to be taking revenge for something that happened 19 years ago. 19 years ago. That was just 1 year before Jessica and Battler were born. In Natsuhi's eyes, it's George. George killed everyone. In Natsu's eyes, the gap between 19 years and 18 years ago was immense. For a long time, she'd been unable to fulfill her role of creating a... Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Of creating a successor for the Uchiromiya family and had been treated very coldly. But then she finally gave birth to Jessica and became able to call herself the Uchiromiya successor's wife with her head held high. So in her eyes, Uchiromiya Natsu began 18 years ago. That's why everything before that, including the events of 19 years ago, contained nothing but hateful memories. And something from last year of that hateful period is whispering vengeful words from the other end of the phone. I can still hear the roar of the sea.
いかがなさいますか。
私の部屋に主人には内密に。
かしこまりました。
From the beginning, Genji had guessed that she would want Kraus hearing about this phone call. That's why he had told Natsuhi covertly. Natsuhi ordered that he transfer the call, told Kraus that she would turn in for the night, and left at a quick pace. She returned to her room and locked the door. There is nothing peculiar about that. The Uchiromiya family hallways are like public roads. There's no special meaning in locking your door when you enter your own room. That's what she told herself. Then, as though she had been waiting for her, the telephone rang. Genji had probably transferred the call. She took a deep breath, readied herself, and picked up the receiver. Again, it started with silence. She realized that the other person at the end was trying to irritate her and make her feel uncomfortable, and she got angry.
切るなよ、母さん。もう少し声を聞いていたいんだからさ。
Did you play Angels of Death before? No, I haven't even heard of that. Let me look it up right now. Angels of Death. Oh, it looks like it's an anime too. I think this might be on my list. Let me look at my anime list. Or my Annie list. Angels of Death. Oh yeah, I do have it. It's on my list to watch. That's a game with gameplay similar to Mario. Oh! Angels of Death game. Oh, it's on sale right now. Hold on. It's on sale for $5. Okay. This okay, thank you. I'm adding this to my wish list. Thank you. Golden Sorcerer, you're such a G for that. Okay, sorry, let me get back to this game's better than the anime. Ooh! Well, I'm double excited for it then! Thank you so much for that recommendation, Golden Sorcerer. I'll have to check it out. I always am. Easy. Yep. You got my back always. I appreciate it so much. So much. Very appreciated.
何を言っているんですか、あなたは。私はあなたとなど遊びたくありません。
親族会議で疲れたんだろう。持病の頭痛がだいぶ辛いんじゃないかい。
余計なお世話です。
Okay, theory crafting. Okay. So you know how Sakutaro was considered Rosa to be his mom too. What if this guy is some magical being that Natsuhi created with her magic because she wanted a son so bad? So he's a magical thing like Sakutaro. It's like that. Boom! Boom! It all makes sense, doesn't it? I'm a genius. Just the fact that he knew her headache was troubling her made a shiver run up her spine. I know, I'm a genius. I know this is right. I'm such a genius. Natsuhi forcefully yelled that she was hanging up, but in actuality she couldn't. After all, being at the receiving end of a phone call was much better than the alternative. If she hung up violently, this person might then call someone else.
あなたと遊ぶ気などありません。
母さんの名前は名前に季節を持ってるね。いい名前だ。でもナッチだからって夏が好きとは限らない。母さんが本当に好きな季節はなん
それをあなたに教えると思いますか？
教えてくれないならいいのかい。
It was clearly a threat. It meant that if she forced him to hang up the phone, anything might happen. Humiliated that she was forced to give in to a threat made by a man whose name she didn't even know, she gave him the answer he wanted.
秋です。
どうして？
過ごしやすい季節だからです。他に特に理由はありません。これで満足ですか？
ああ、満足だ。やっぱり母さんの好きな季節は俺と同じ。俺も秋が好きなんだ。
嘘つき。出任せを言うんじゃありません。
Surely this man would have done the same thing no matter which season I said I liked. What is he after? What's so fun about making me uncomfortable like this? He sounds a lot like a magic doll like Sakutaro.
証拠？
ああ、母さんの部屋に時計はあるかい？
時計？ええ、ありますが。
In Natsui's room, there was a beautiful antique clock with an intricate design. Cross had bought it for her as a birthday present long ago.
今は0時7分ですね。もう眠いので茶番を。
その時計持ち上げて。
どうしてです？
俺の言うことにお前は黙って言われた通りすればいい。
The tone of the man's voice suddenly went low, turning into a threat. It made his displeasure clear. At first, this man seemed to have a calm way of speaking, but on the inside, that wasn't the case at all. She enraged this man even a little more. He would surely show his true nature right away. Oh, you know what anime I did see recently? I don't know if I told you. I finished Death Parade. That made me cry so much at the last episode. Or last few episodes. It was so sad. But it was such a good anime if you've seen it. It's good, yeah. I liked it. It was really interesting. It made me think about death a lot, obviously, but in like a cool way, you know? The OP is one of the best. Can I be honest? I hated the opening so much. I don't know why. I just hated the opening. I know. I don't know why. I just really didn't like it. Once again, the man threatened her in a low voice as though warning her not to interrupt her again. You can shame me for that, it's okay. I'll take it, I understand. I could tell it was an intro that a lot of people could have liked, but I was like, it's top 10 everyone's list, really? Okay, let me make sure we're talking about the same opening. Hold on a second. I'm gonna play it. Okay, I'm gonna look it up on YouTube for a second. Death Parade opening. Okay, it's gonna let me mute Umineko. Okay. Tell me if this is the opening. This one, right? You can hear it, right? I don't know. Maybe it was just, maybe I didn't listen to it. Oops. Oh yeah, this is where they death. Well, interesting. I respect your opinion. My head was filled with the pain from my headache and the sound of my beating heart and the roar of the sea. I can't disobey him anymore. As the man ordered, I lifted up the antique clock. There lay what appeared to be a single playing card. I love playing cards so much. Is it the warranty for the clock? Thinking that she shook it and turned it over. Is it an old picture of her?
どうしてこんな。
あんたの頭痛が少しは引いたなら嬉しいんだ。嬉しいです
どうやってこれを。どうして。どうやって。
嬉しいですって言ってほしいな、この人殺しめ。
Did she get an abortion? Did Natsuhi cheat or something, or have an abortion or do something?
よくも潔癖な奥様面ができるもんだぜ、ヘド。
Murder.
お前ども、あんたの奥は娘にもぶちまけられたい。嫌だ。黙って。
I'm confused.
ああ、黙っててやるよ。ほら、嬉しいだ。嬉しいだろ。
嬉しいです。嬉しいです。だからいや、夫と娘に構わないで。何が要求ですか。お金ですか。いくらですか。
俺の傷は金をいくらとしたって癒せない。だが薬なら。そう、それは何とみたい。ねっとりドロドロ。それは俺の恨み。
Yep, that's black
そい
magic.
つを盗む力。
Natsuhi had never had anything so hateful said to her in her entire life. So she suspected many times that she must be having some sort of bad dream. However, this definitely wasn't a dream.
あなたはまさかこの島にいるのですか。
うん、約束しただろう。親族会議には出る。
不可能です。この台風では来られるわけもありません。
台風になる前から来てれば問題はないよ。それに台風の最中であってもエリカとかいう来客があったはずだ。
Her blood froze. Furuta Erica had supposedly been brought here by some coincidence. If he knew that name, he would have to be very close by.
あなたはどこに。
あんたの紹介がないうちは
Oops.
誰の前にも現れないさ。安心しな。おっと、俺を探しても無駄だよ。あんたの屋敷は広い。電話だってそこいら中にあるしな。あんただって俺に会いたくないだろ。それとも俺を見つけ出してみんなに紹介してくれるのか。ジェシカにも紹介してくれよ。一つ兄です。
やめて。ジェシカに構わないで。
怖がらせすぎたかな。今夜はこれで勘弁してやるよ。だがあんたは俺に逆らえない。分かってるな、母さん。今夜はこれで電話を切るが、明日の朝まで命令がある。
何ですか。
あんたは今夜もその部屋を出てはならないし、電話がかかってきても取ることも言う。そして今すぐ明かりを消し、そしていつもの時間に起床し、健康的な生活でいいな。母さんの体をいたわるなんて本当に俺は親孝行者だよ。
わかりました。今すぐ出ます。部屋も出ます。電話も出ます。だから夫と娘には。
母さんが俺の命令を守る限り、
I'm
あんたの
confused.
心を守ってやるよ。命令を破る。俺はもうお前のすぐ近くにいる。部屋の明かりが消えるかどうか、そして電話をしているかどうかさえ、俺さえ望む。あんたの寝顔にキスすることだってできるんだから。
守ります。約束は守ります。だからやめて。もうやめて。やめて。
As she screamed, Natsu took the card she'd found under the clock and crushed it into a little ball. It had the pattern on it like a tarot card. I love tarot cards. I don't know a lot about them, but I love them. Also the kanji for autumn. Interesting. Let's step back in time once again. Right now it's the exact moment the large clock in the hall announced midnight. Wondering who the person who knocked twice was, the relatives in the dining hall stared at the door. Rudolph told them to come in, but there was no answer. Until the end of that long tone marking the arrival of midnight, which had come from the large clock in the hall shortly after the knock, they were unable to move in the slightest.
手が塞がってて開けられないんじゃないのか。
かもな。だが名乗らねえってのが薄気味悪いな。
開けますか。
開けなさい。
Cannon nodded, then slowly opened the door.
What? これは親父の封筒?
Right before the open door on the floor of the hallway lay the envelope.
廊下には誰もいません。これを置いて立ち去ったのでしょうか。
The adults flew into the corridor as well, but they could find no trace of anyone who might have knocked on the door. Just about an hour ago, Shannon and Cannon had come in to serve tea. At that time, everyone had seen that nothing lay in the spot. Someone came, knocked, and left an envelope with the mark of the one-winged eagle on it and left.
まさか親方様でしょうか。
考えられない話じゃない。この屋敷で誰と呼ばれて返事をしないのはお父様くらいだもの。
ありえないわ。ならどうしてお父様は堂々と
I
入って
wonder
こ
what
な
the
いの？
letter's gonna say, because they already solved the epitaph.
そうやな。お父さんだったらノックなどせずいきなり入ってくるやろな。今この屋敷は戸締まりがされとるんやろ。ならここに手紙を置くことができるんはクラウスさんか夏日さん、そして源氏さんの誰かしか考えられんで。
By this point, the mansion had been completely locked up. Therefore, hold on, I'm getting nauseous out of nowhere. Okay, sorry about that. Just had to take a break for a second. Therefore, the cousins in the guest house, Nanja, Goda, Kumasawa, and Erika could not have come here. Take a rest or get something to eat? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go a little bit longer with this and then I'll maybe switch games or take a rest. I'll have to see. It came out of nowhere sometimes, you know what I mean? Furthermore, since Kraus, Natsuhi, and Genji were only three who weren't in this room, one of those three had been the one who sent that letter to the corridor. So it was very likely that Kraus and the others placed the letter there to make it seem like a message from Kinzo.
なるほどね。お父様の名を語ってバトラ君を次期当主に認めバカバカし兄さんね。よくもこんな。
別に俺は次期当主。
諦めろ。それがお前の運命な。とにかく中身を読んでみようじゃねえか。
Rudolph set the letter on the dining hall table and let everyone see the front and back to show there were no tricks or hidden mechanisms, almost like a magician does before performing his act.
この封筒は間違いなくお父様の封筒なの？
ええ、お父様が新書に好んで使う封筒よ。どう、シャノンちゃん。
私の目にも親方様が使われる封筒に見えます。
だからってお父様が書いたってことにはならないわよ。兄さんならお父様の書斎の引き出しからひょいと手に入れることなんて造作もない話だわ。
クラウス様とて容易に書斎には入れません。封筒を盗み出すなど難しいことかと。
開けてみようぜ。 それから考えても遅くないはずだ。何か入ってるな。なんだろうな。
Rudolph opened the envelope a bit roughly. Then a folded letter, a glittering object, fell out. It was a ring.
ちょっと、その指輪。
He even noticed it immediately and grabbed at it.
これ、お父様の指輪よ。当主の指輪だわ。
なんやて？ほんまか？
間違いなくお父様の指輪なの？レプリカということは？
これは本物よ。私はいつかこの指輪を自分の指に通してやるとお父様が指にしてた時から私は誰よりもこの指輪のことをよく知ってるわ。これはお父様の指輪よ、間違いなく。どうしてここに？
じゃあやっぱりこの手紙はお父様が。
こりゃ差し出しもっと面白い。
じゃあ誰か。
後ろ宮家黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェ様からだぜ。
Rudolph showed everyone the part of the letter where that was written. It really did say that.
ベアトリーチェから？
It's from your girlfriend Rosa. She's like, OMG.
読むぞ。Congratulations。バトラ様が碑文の謎を見事に解かれ、黄金はすべてバトラ、そして後ろ宮家の新しき当主もバトラ様です。その証として金蔵様よりお預かりして、どうぞバトラ様、指輪をされて新しい黄金の主となり、新しき当主のご活躍を心よりお祈り。なんてこった。親父が書斎から出てこねえもんだから、森の魔女ベアトリーチェが直接バトラを認めて。
バトラ君、この指輪はあなたが持つのよ。これが当主が身につけるべきベアトリーチェが、彼女は一部始終を見届け、あなたが真の跡継ぎだと認めてこの指輪を送ったのよ。
いいんすか、こんな重要な指輪を。
ああ、いいんだ。誇らしげに指にはめるといい。いいか、兄貴や夏日さんが外せと言っても絶対に外すんじゃねえぞ。
絶対に。All the relatives, with creepy smile on their faces, urged Battler to put the ring on his finger. It looked like things would get pretty nasty if he refused, so Battler reluctantly decided to put that on the middle ring finger of his left hand. The ring was heavy and stiff. At that moment, Kraus returned. Genji came back as well shortly behind him.
申し訳ない。妻は具合が悪そうだったので先に。何かなんだか諸君がひどく。
バトラ様、それは。
Immediately, Genji spotted that which Battler just put on his finger.
さすが源氏さんや。これが誰の指輪かわかるようやな。
何の話だね。
Judging by Krause's dubious expression, it seemed unlikely that he was the one who placed the letter there. Furthermore, that expression quickly changed to one of shock.
そうよ、後ろ宮家当主の指輪よ。
The family conference took up this new topic, and the storm came once again. Oh, there we go. Maybe the twilights don't happen because they saw the epitaph. I don't know how this is gonna go down. I'm gonna save here. Oh, hello. Welcome to my stream. Today I'm going to start with some Umineko. Oh wait, hold on, let me pull my mic cover down. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm really excited to continue some Umineko, so I shall do just that. Hold on one second. Oh well, let me open this. Uh-oh, sorry if you heard an echo. I accidentally had my stream open. And it was not muted. It was an accident. The rain was still pouring down as hard as ever. This weather was supposed to continue all day tomorrow as well, which made me feel a bit depressed. Oh wait, given the time, I should say today, not tomorrow. But that doesn't really matter now. I'm sleepy. With half-sleepy eyes, I opened my umbrella. The large drops of rain pounded mercilessly against it. Technically, the end of the family conference had been declared 1 a.m., but the external scuffles kept continuing sluggishly. Hello, Golden Sorcerer. How are you? Look at us asking the same question. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing good as well. I had a very cute Valentine's Day. Yep. I'm really jealous of Aunt Rosa, who managed to slip out of there at that time. She cleverly got away by saying she'd check on Maria, who might have been staying up too late. I'm doing fine, thank you. Good, good. Nice. Ay, 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 ay. Dad caught me ruining my chance to escape, and they made me stick around until now, 3 a.m. And I'm glad I was able to get to the part in White Album. So, what have they decided on after all this time? Nothing at all. They just kept on arguing about who said what, like elementary school kids. I'm sure they're tired too. That's probably why they kept dragging on with the same pointless questions. Excuse me. I no longer felt any shock or anger towards them. I guess drowsiness is the best painkiller. I left them behind and finally returned to the guest house. When I got back to the guest house, the first floor lounge was lit. It was fucking lit. I could even hear people chatting inside. Apparently, some people were still awake even this late. Despite the late hour, Goda-san and Dr. Nanjo were still up and chatting. Plates and cups were lined up on the counter, and it looked almost like a bar with Goda-san as the bartender. Disgusting. Why does he have to get into this? Why? We were having such a good time. No Goda, no George, and then this smug ass bitch. Oh, I hate that he's smiling. Oh, okay, I'll add to the... Hopefully we finish it. It's like 1 hour and a 1.5 hours, if I remember. Finish White Album, the introductory chapter. Hold on. What were they doing? Oh yeah, the counter. Oh yes, it counted. Yeah. When they noticed I had returned, they seemed to finally realize how late it was. When Goda-san made to top off Dr. Nanjo's glass, the latter declined with an exaggerated gesture. No more drinks for me. Goda must die counter for real, for real. End your existence, you disgusting little... Bleh. I don't have anything insulting enough to compare to Goda because it'd be an insult to the thing I was comparing him with. Like, I can't call him, like, a swine, because I love pigs. What did pigs ever do to me? Nothing. You know, I can't call him the devil, because jeez, I don't want to make an enemy of the devil, and he didn't do anything. He accepts the gay people.
もうこんな時間とは。 南條先生があまりにお話がお上手なもので、ついつい。
Sweet, 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 sweet,
それを言ったらあんたの酒の魚のおかげだ。また別の機会に一杯やりましょう。
喜んで。
We couldn't call him a lot of things, but Twitch wouldn't like it.
まだ旦那様方の会議は続いておりますか？
You're fucking dead, Gora. You're fucking dead, son.
あの調子でグダグダと明け方までやるんだろうぜ。知ったことじゃねえぜ。
Battler strikes me as the type to be extremely ticklish. Random thought, I don't know why that thought popped into my head, but it did. I have no idea why. Maybe that's kind of weird, but blame my brain. I spoke carelessly with a big yawn. Did you know that we can get banned now if I call someone in chat? Oh yeah, a shrimp. Mm-hmm.
皆さん、案外体力が終わりですね。びっくりです。
なんだ、お前までいたのか。
なんとなく流れでこちらでささやかな夜会が始まったもので混ぜてもらっていました。例のことは話してませんのでご安心を。
Erica could be seen on the sofa. She had taken off her shoes and was lounging around as though she owned the place.
エリカ様も本当にいろいろなお話をご存知で、とても楽しく聞かせていただきました。
Of course you did! You know why? You don't like Erica, and guess who loves Erica? Guess who loves the psychopath? This meathead, this meat fucking dumbass, bitch ass, stupid whore, mongling asshole. Hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Fuck ass whore. Like, I don't even think being a whore is a bad thing for the record. I just don't have a wide vocabulary of insults, so I use whore a lot. That's so stupid, but I get it. They care to not make people feel bad, so they keep watching. Yeah, of course. That's a huge viewer base, or a huge viewer base of Twitch, so.
あんたは本当に博識だ。若いのに大したもんだよ。
どういたしまして。フルドエリカはこの程度には博識ですので。
Erica grabbed the corners of her skirt and did a curtsy. This was somewhat less than graceful considering she was lounging on the sofa with her. Oh, so she just posed. She didn't do a curtsy.
ローザおばさん。
Curtsy.
午前の1時頃にお戻りになりましたが、すぐに上がられ、お休みになられました。
That's probably true. After taking part in that conference for so long, I feel like flopping down in bed right away myself. I think Rose is going to be the culprit this time, for no real reason other than she left early. I've had it. I'm tired enough that I might flop over right here.
さあ、私たちもこれくらいにしましょう。ゴーダさんも明日の朝食の準備で朝が早いのでしょう。
朝食の仕込みはすでに済んでおります。どうぞ明日の朝食も大いにご期待いただければ幸いです。
In Goda-san's eyes, the family conference is an open stage on which— Oh! I hate him! Okay. In Goda-san's eyes, the family conference is an open stage on which to display his culinary skills. Maybe this invigorates him so much that he doesn't even get sleepy. Erica stood up, laughing at how youthful he was. Well, he's just so youthful. Wow, look at him. Wow, he's just so youthful. This became a sign that it was time to disperse.
お片付けは、どうぞ皆様はお休みを。
Leaving the cleanup to Goda, I went to the bathroom and climbed to the stairs to the second floor.
それでは皆さん、老骨にはちと夜更かしが過ぎましたな。
おやすみなさい、南條先生。おやすみなさい、バトラさん。
おう、おやすみ。
Then, in the second floor hallway, we split up. Dr. Nandra went to his own room. Erica went to her room. And I returned to the cousin room, where there were bodies. George be dead. I couldn't hear any sounds of playing coming from our room. Could they have fallen asleep already? No surprise at this time of night. If they were still playing, they would have been staying up way too late. They're dead! Nope. When I opened the door quietly, as expected, the room was already pitch black except for a small nightlight. Everyone was already sleeping in their beds. Oh. I'm sure they all had a great time and played a ton. Then they probably talked about youthful things and enjoyed staying up late. If only I hadn't found the gold, I could have enjoyed my time with them. I'm already tired. So tired. Forgetting to even change my clothes or brush my teeth, I crawled into bed and immediately began to descend into the marshes of sleep. Ugh, today's been so insane. I wonder if that old bastard is still in the family conference now. How does he not get tired? Come to think of it, what was it that the old bastard said when we parted company? I might die tonight? He said that last in the first game too. Oh. I'm sure it's more stuff about being the successor. I don't even want to hear about it. Well, he's gonna die. Yeah, he said this in the first game too. I'll kill you whenever you want, you old bastard. And then what was it he said next? Interesting. My birth? Well, that means we're not gonna know. Probably just something about the noble Ushiromiya lineage. Not interested, just let me sleep. Finally got some answers in Chaos Head, but man, those answers needed an answer for themselves. That's funny. Oh, also, actually, never mind. I'll keep it a surprise. Never mind. The sound of crashing waves, the sound of the tide surging, the noise of the sea breeze. Whenever my headache torments me, these are the sounds that fill my head. Unable to bear a successor, I was in a very difficult position with regards to the Ushiromiya family. Whenever I heard of a drug or incense that could make you achieve pregnancy, I tried it. But nothing had any effect, until I was blessed with Jessica 18 years ago. I was ashamed to even call myself a wife.
こうなすのは二人の努力と天の気まぐれ。そなたばかりが責められたのでは割が合わぬな。
何が原因で解任できなかったのかは今となっては分かりません。
Beato is such a good friend when people are nice to her.
名医のもとにも通いました。屈辱的な検査も受けました。しかしいつも理由は分からないと言われるだけでした。
結婚から短くない時間を経て未だ子を宿せない。なるほどな。次期当主を密かに狙うエヴァが首をもたげぬわけもない。
Ava tried to convince father that I was a failure as the successor's wife. It was a time when Kinzo was also very disappointed by my husband's repeated business failures. On the other hand, Ava's husband Hideyoshi's business was growing well, completely the opposite of my husband's. He was the only person who could bring father good news. So perhaps father couldn't be blamed if he decided to lend an ear to Ava's words, or even accept them completely. It was all my fault because I couldn't bear a child. Aww. Hi Blurneko! I hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Poor Natsuki.
そなたに罪などない。
Yeah.
この国の赤ん坊はコウノトリが運んでくるのであろうが、 裁かれるならそれはコウノトリになるのが道理というものよ。
ありがとう。しかしいくら当時はまだご健康とはいえ、すでにご高齢の当主様
She's just a baby. She's such a little sweetie.
早く孫の顔を見たいと思われていたことは想像に難くありません。
知るか、孫が欲しくばうなるほど持っている金で好きにすればよかろうに。金で生み出せぬものはないと豪語した金蔵だ。孫が欲しくば自慢の金で何とかすればよいものを。
ええ、そうです。当主様は子を宿せぬ私を見限られ、その通りになされたのです。
The head gave to many charities, thinking it the duty of anyone in possession of so much money. One among these, an orphanage known as the Fu Clean House, have been given especially large donations, possibly because he had old ties with that place. Wait a minute! Is this what the epitaph has to do with? Because this is where Cannon and Shannon are from. Is this what the epitaph is about? The place that Kinzo loves that's not his hometown that we might know about? Because if it's it has to be a place we know. Either I'm a genius or I'm shooting in the dark. But hey, I like shooting.
よくあそこから家具どもがやってきていたな。
当主様は社会活動と職業訓練の一環として福音の家の子たちの中から成績優秀な子を使用人として受け入れていました。
Why not both?
当家にいるシャノンやカノン、ルノンやマノン、レノンなどの音の名を持つ使用人はすべてそこからやってきた子たちでした。
いろいろな連中がいたな。多くはほんの数年で辞めるがな。
当家の給金は数年も働けば十分社会で生活していけるだけたまるでしょうし。
What if the one who's calling back is one of those servants that quit? Also, one of the servants who quit could be the person who has this grudge against everyone. Maybe something with Battler has to do with one of the servants.
後ろ宮家での使用人経験は履歴書に通用する立派な肩書きになります。それを得て社会へ羽ばたいてくれれば当主様もきっと本望だったでしょ
う。なるほど。養子か。
今何とおっしゃいましたか。
この赤子を我が孫として迎えよ。
You see that your gray cells are working, Erica moved on.
おお、よしよしよし。よしよしよしよしよし。よしよしよし。
There's so many possibilities. Apparently, the baby that Kuma-san was trying to soothe didn't like the study air at all. It kept crying, it was sad.
申し訳ありません。お父様。私に
Do you like Erica, Blurneko?
何をおっしゃっているのか。
この赤子を我が孫としてそしてクラウスの後を継ぐ者として育てるのだ。
Or is this Jessica? Or did they get rid of this? This must be the guy who I love to hate Erica. Oh. She's a little psycho. Okay. So it can't be Jessica, because Jessica was born later. And... Or this could be Battler. No. No. Can't be Battler. George wasn't born yet. Okay, George isn't born at this point because he wouldn't have, I think. So this must be the guy who's calling the baby. Must be the guy who's been calling Natsuhi.
それはつまり私と
Unless this is Jessica.
そうだ。お前に子が宿せぬことはもはや明白。お前の体には何かしらの問題があるに違い。
よしよしよしよしよしよしよし。
Although she couldn't hear our discussion in the slightest, Kumasawa kept trying to cuddle the baby. This made it cry even louder.
暴言だな。女の責任だけで子が産めるなら、この世に男など必要ないわ。
Per Beatrice! Spitting bars! Spitting bars.
あの日の悔しさを忘れたことはありません。私とて子が欲しくなかったわけがない。でもいくら祈ろうとも身ごもれないのです。私の体に原因があるのではないかといくつもの名医を訪ね歩きました。しかしそれでもいくら努力しても身ごもれなかったのです。
I feel so terrible. I personally would rather die than be pregnant. Oh fuck no. That's not for me. But for women or people who want to get pregnant and can't, like, I just feel so horrible for them.
その挙句が
It's so depressing.
この仕打ちではな。察するぞ。
The baby had been picked up by the food clean house just recently. Of course, you couldn't help but feel compassion for this child, who was so young and who had already lost its parents' affection. However, it brought me nothing but pain and sadness. I mean, it would have been another story if I had suffered to bear this child. But why should I be forced to hold this baby, who not only shared none of my blood, but who was not related to my husband in the slightest either?
お父様を恨んではもし恨めるのなら憎かったんです。子を宿せぬ我が身がひたすらに憎だから私は祈りました。天使と悪魔の両方に。そしてその両方が叶いました。
天使には何と祈ったか。
私の体に奇跡を。私の体に問題があるというならそれを克服してどうか夫の子を授かることのできる奇跡を私に。
その願いはあなたはその次の年に見事にジェシカを産むことになる。そして悪魔には何と祈ったか。
悔しい悔しい好みが恨めしい。そしてそれを見せつけるかのような。
Oh my god.
この赤ん坊が憎かったんです。
What did she wish for?
何を願われたのですか。
私は初めて悪魔に祈りました。この赤ん坊が消えてなくなってしまえばいいのにって。
Well, we know who's calling now. Of course, that wish was also granted by demons. On that day, I left the baby with an older servant and went to think about the future in the rose garden. No, that's a lie. I didn't want to think about anything. The baby's cries were annoying. So I ordered the servant to take a baby to a place where I couldn't hear. By a place I couldn't hear, I meant somewhere far away. Yes, I wished for it. I wished for the servant to take the baby far away and never return.
なるほど。雪吊りの悪魔が夏日様のその願いを聞いてしまった。
してどうなっ。
それは悪魔が願いを叶えてくれたとしか思えない奇妙な事故でした。
The woodland path from the wood garden to the harbor is probably well suited for a comfortable walk. It must surely feel good to occasionally leave the path and walk through a grove of trees depending on your mood. However, wouldn't that path be fairly hard to travel on when taking a walk with a baby in your arms?
その先は断崖でした。
Interesting. That's where Beatrice died.
下は岩場。そこには柵もあったのです。その使用人はわざわざそんなところまで そして柵に寄りかかった後でまるで悪魔に手招きされて誘われたとしか思えない。
誘われちゃったのね。あなたの願いを聞いた悪魔が。
それではその使用人と看護
死にました。崖から転落して下の岩場に。
I wonder who the servant who died was. Was that no? Not Genji, is it?
いえ、私が願ったから死んだ。だからこれは
そなたのせいではない。その先を考える必要はないぞ。
Beato is such a good friend.
私が願ったから。
いいや違う。願えども叶えるか否かは神と悪魔と魔女の気まぐれ。そなたに罪はない。人間に罪はない。わらわが殺したことにしてもよい。いや、わらわが殺した。
Aww, Beato's trying so hard to relieve. Wait, hold on a second. Did Battler kill everyone at the 6 years ago?
Is
that why Beato tries so hard to look like she's evil and like she's murdering them when it's because it's Battler who murdered everyone because he was so... because of his mom's death? Hold on. Wait, but she said in red that Battler didn't kill anyone. Someone had to... Okay, I think someone else killed everyone and Beato's doing this to not make him sad or something? I don't know. Don't tell me. That would be so big-brained if I'm right.
不幸な事故があっただけではありません。事故で納得がいかなくば我らの仕業。
Or was it an accident? Was it really just an accident at Rokkenjima?
そのための悪魔でござ
You
います。
need to write down all the red? Nah, it's fine.
そうだわ。
I like imagining even if I'm wrong.
私たちはそのためにいるのだもの。あなたが殺したわけもない。私たちが殺したのよ。だからあなたには何の罪もない。
Everyone next to Gap looks so much more pale. Like, Beato usually looks vibrant, but... Excuse me, but next to... Gap, she looks so much not vibrant.
そうでしょうか。本当に私に罪はないのでしょうか。
ああ、ないぞ。19年前の復讐を名乗るワーコードめ。呪うならわらわを呪うがよいわ。しかし呪うは魔女のせ。夏日に嬉しその喧嘩。わらわが買おうではないか。わらわは後ろ宮家顧問錬金術師。使えし主に嬉し喧嘩はわらわが買おうぞ。19年前の復讐とな。1000年の魔女の前にその程度の年月瞬きにも足りぬと知れ。19年前にそなたの死を願った夏日が憎いか。思い出させてやろうぞ。そなたを崖下へ誘ったのは誰かをな。
As the middle-aged female servant cuddled the sobbing baby, she walked on a small path through the trees. Natsuya told her that the baby was too loud, so she tried to get as far away from the rose garden as she could. She was completely unaware as to why she'd gone out of her way to head in this direction. However, the sobbing baby suddenly stopped crying. Something was reflected in its eyes, but the servant couldn't tell what. However, thinking the baby had stopped because it had taken interest in something, she had headed in the direction of the baby's gaze. The baby had seen a cloud of gold butterflies disappearing off into the trees, and on the other side of the trees, the servant could see an old woman, or a woman. Who? She didn't recognize this person, but it didn't look like anyone who was supposed to be here. The baby stopped crying and stared in that direction. Then the servant's legs started to automatically carry her that way.
こちらへ来い、女、その呪われた赤子を抱いてな。
This woman couldn't disobey. She was completely overwhelmed by Beato's gold glowing eyes. She walked lightly as though through a dream world. At some point the scenery surrounding her had changed, but she did not notice. She could not notice. Though this should have been Rokenjima, at some point it had become the garden of a mansion she had never seen before. It was a garden she had never set eyes on, even grander than the great rose garden of the Utsunomiya family, a garden of golden roses. There stood an arbor, and a woman wearing an elegant dress beckoning to her. There was a man who looked like a butler, and the tea he poured with a beautiful gesture had a very nice and enticing smell. It was as though they were telling her to join their tea party. She couldn't disobey. She had to go to the master of this golden rose garden and give this child as an offering.
許せ、魔女に見入られた不運を呪え。そしてこの世で決してめでることかなわぬ黄金のバラに囲まれながらガープ。
はい、了解。
When Gap snapped her fingers, a pitch black hole opened up at the woman's feet, and she was swallowed up along with the baby. The scene of the moment that followed must have burned itself into the eyes of the woman and that baby. The two floated in the air and looked down at the golden rose garden spread out below them. Below their feet was not earth, but a golden rose garden that stretched as far as the eye could see without any gaps. If one could have this scene imprinted in their minds as their last memory, that would have been a merciful way to die. Then the woman and the baby were swallowed up by the golden sea, and Thunk was remarkably plain and remarkably quiet for a sound that stole away 2 lives. However, it made for a perfectly suitable show at a tea party of witches. With the woman and the baby at the center, the rose garden was slowly swallowed up by darkness. The sound of the wind grew stronger bit by bit. Is that TV static? What is that noise? It was the roar of the sea. The two who had fallen into the thickest of gold roses from that great height and died were gradually wrapped up in the roar of the sea, wrapped up in the scenery of the beach below the cliff.
わらわが保証するぞ。そなたには何の罪もない。19年前の復讐とやらは
崖下の2人を見つけ、私は青ざめました。そしてお屋敷へ駆け戻り、大騒ぎになりました。大至急船で病院に運びましたが、あの高さで即死を免れただけでも奇跡。死よに。そして赤ん坊も死にました。私はお父様から赤子を預けられ、3日も経ないうちに殺してしまう。主人は出張中でし、当時まだお屋敷にお住まいだったローザさんも六軒島には、そして私とお父様以外誰もよく知らぬどこからともなく赤ん坊が現れ、あれはそう、お父様は私を責め、しかし何か様子がおかしかった。
読めていたぞ、読めていたぞ、この天馬。どこまであがく、どこまで我が物にならぬというのか。腹の檻に興味はない。打ち捨てい。
When father learned of the accidental death, he kept on laughing and laughing as though there could be no greater pleasure, enough that just listening to it gave me a creepy feeling. Perhaps something had come loose in his mind. From that day onwards, father shut himself up inside the world of the occult even more than he had before. When my husband came back, he was surprised to see that father was even more bizarre than he had been before. However, he had already accepted this would happen sooner or later. Of course, my husband had heard about the baby. However, he told me that it was surely just some whim of father's and to forget it. So I forgot it. It was an unfortunate accident. No, there was an accident at all. I forgot everything, even that the baby had existed in the first place. After all, it was a twisted nightmare that lasted not even 3 days. That's right, it was all a nightmare. I don't want to remember it. The cliff, the broken fence, the roar of the sea, and the cry of the baby.
その赤ん坊が19年前の赤ん坊。くだらぬ。わらわが殺した。すでにこの世にはおらぬわ。
しかし赤き真実なきが人間の世界、人間の世界に信用できることなどありません。
そうね、ベアとは確かに殺したわ。でも人間の世界本当に生きているのかどうかはともかくね。
実は生きたあの高さからあの岩場に転落し。
わからぬ。だが落ち着くそやつがどうそなたを憎もうとも真実はそなたを恨もうならお門違いもいいところよ。
でもたとえ指一本触れていないとしても私は心の中で。
落ち着け。19年前の男が何を恨もうと叫ぼうとそなたを追求できる罪などあるわけもない。だから落ち着け。19年前の男はわらわの来客として迎えてやろうぞ。碑文の謎を解かれお役はごめんかと思っていた矢先、わらわの最後の客としてもてなしてやらねばな。
面白くなってまいりましたな。ゴールドスミス教の秘密を守るのに加え19人目の来客、さらに19。
そうね、金蔵が生きてると主張する私たちにとってその19人目の駒に面白いじゃない。
Lots of 19s。
相手にとって不足なし。わらわの茶会の来客が一人ではもう来るがよい。
Buddha Erica is Lady Berncastle's piece. In that case, whose piece is the man from 19 years ago? The voice faintly seeping from the under edge of the line was Natsuhi's.
今すぐ寝ます。部屋も出ません。電話も出ません。夫と娘には。
Even with this beginning scream, which would shake the heart of any listener, could be listened to with a cold, ruthless through the end of this receiver.
母さんが俺の約束を守る限り約束を破るなよ。俺はもうお前のすぐ近くにいる。部屋の明かりが消えるかどうか、そして俺さえ望むなら
守ります。約束は守ります。やめてやめて。
The receiver was slammed down. He knew very well that the way you hang up a phone call can leave a nasty aftertaste for the other side.
じゃあね。おやすみ、母さん。
I had a feeling it was Lambda Delta.
はい、一丁上がり。これで夏日は今夜は部屋から出てこないわ。
器用ね、あんた。声を変えられるの？
声くらい誰だって変えられるわ。パパにおねだりの時は甘い声。学校休む時は風邪っぽい声。実は嫌いな友達に断る時は申し訳なさそうな声。
お望みなら
どんな声でも
使い分けて。
見せるけど。
あんた魔女やめて。声優になるといいわ。
Lambda was a trap, I bet.
これでお互い駒の準備は OK かしら。フルドエリカ、なかなか素敵な駒じゃない。演者なんかよりはるかにベルにふさわしい駒だわ。お褒めに預かりまして光栄です、ラブダデルタ卿。こちらこそよろしくよ。 敵だわ。本当に可愛い。魔女幻想に屈服させて、その顔を屈辱に歪めてやりたいわ。
だそうよ。私に恥をかかせないでよね。エンジェよりはるかに使える駒だってことを見せてちょうだい。
お任せを。ベルンカステル卿、我が主。私はあのようなネクラで低能で
Hey, don't talk shit about my Angie, bitch. That's my lesbian.
本当よね。エンジェなんてクズ肉になってバトラを焚きつける以外何の役にも立たなかった
Fuck you,
わ。
witches. Fuck you,
家
witches.
族愛とか兄弟愛とか私たちは全然興味ないの。私たちが見たいゲームは
R.
くてドロドロして
That's our girl.
グロテスクでポップでキュートな殺人事件だもの。
夏日がキングでベアトがクイーンってとこ。夏日をかばって群がる魔女と家具たちは
ボーリングのピーって感じ。夏日にベアと金蔵にガラクタ家具の幻想たち、私たちを楽しませてみせなさいよね。特にベアと私たち、もうあんたには飽きてるの。あんたの魔女伝説殺人ごっこはもうおしまい。あんたの出番もおしまいってわけ。このゲーム版はもう私とベルンがいただいたわ。あんたなんて私たちの駒に落ちぶれて永遠に遊ばれてるのがお似合いよ。
夏日もベア
That's
ト
a
も
horrible face.
薄汚い真実という腹渡を薄皮一枚で包んだだけのズタ、それをズタズタに引き裂いて中身を引きずり出すことこそ私の
This is not the Rika I remember.
私たちの数少ない娯楽なの。
楽しく遊べるわよ。ねえ見てる？ベアトリーチェ、あんたのゲーム版はこんなにも楽しく遊べるのよ。
She loves tearing out the guts. Ugh.
私が見せてあげるわ。本当に楽しい第5のゲームをね。
私たちばっかり気持ちよく喋っベアトにも喋らせてあげたら。
だそうよ。特別に発言を許すわ。今回のゲームの抱負でも言っちゃったら。何もないって。そうよねそうよね。あんたバトルに屈しちゃった負け犬だもんね。私に任せなさい。魔女側優勢に一気に流れを変えてあげるから。ただあんたという駒はサクリファスさせてもらっちゃうけどね。
非分も第一の番以前にあっさり解かれ、黄金の番人ベアトリーチェも型なしです。
夏日の幻想として駒に残れてよかったじゃない。まあもうあんたの扱いは駒じゃなくてピンなんだけどね。
黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェなんてもう出番はないのよ。あんたとその家具たちは私のゲームではほんのちょい役やられ役。気持ちよーくすっ飛ばされて私とベルのおもちゃにされなさいよ。
嫌ならやめてって一言言って、そしたらやめてあげるから。
嫌じゃないって。
The bullying.
あんたピン確定ね。
There's no need for a golden witch anymore, and all that's needed is a sacrificial doll, so the two witches can enjoy some time playing. Die, die, disappear. Confess your filthy past and your crimes. Speak out your sob story of regret and repentance as you throw yourself off a cliff and die. The golden witch will never again have her turn. This will probably turn out to be a nasty game, On the surface, it looks very similar to the usual tales. However, there's no respect given to the true main character of the story. This tale is supposed to be one that the Golden Witch invited Uchiromiya Battler to see. However, the host had been lost and there are no longer any guests. The one who did the inviting and the one who was invited are no longer around in this horrible tale. Welcome to the 5th game, End of the Golden Witch. Welcome to the banquet without the guest of honor, hijacked by the evil witches.
いいバトラー。いよいよ2日目を始めるわよ。私はベアトみたいにトロい展開は嫌いなんだから。
好きにしやがれ。お前が何をかき回そうと。俺は必ずこのゲームの真相にたどり着いて。
そうでなくては困ります。妹さんのためにもしっかり戦わなくちゃ。ご安心を。ラムダデルタ卿はベアトリーチェの間抜けと違い、私がしっかりサポートするので問題ありません。私と一緒に今度こそ魔女幻想を暴いてやろうではありませんか。
お前なんか知らねえ。ベアとのゲームにいなかった存在など俺は認めもしない。
強がり言ってる場合ですか。まあお互いせいぜい頑張りましょう。一緒に魔女幻想とやらを引き裂いてやりましょう。
Erica offered me her hand to shake. Instead of just passively ignoring this, I gave her proactive and clear answer by knocking her hand aside.
握手は嫌いだそうよ。エンジェと同じなのね。
Erica's face.
私はエンジェよりはるかに役立つ駒ですので、バトラさんの闘志を回復する以外何もできなかったひき肉とはわけが違います。
頼もしそうな仲間に恵まれて嬉しいわね。かつてはワルギリアにロの上、エンジェまで来てくれたわ。そしてとうとうベルにエリカまで。あんたを応援してくれるクマたちはこんなにもと。それでも未だに真相の尻尾すらつかめない無能っぷりってどんな気持ち？どんな気持ち？
関係ねえな。これは俺とベアとの戦いだ。その他の誰であろうと関係。
ああ、そうなの。やっと独り立ち。いっつも誰かに助けられ情けをかけられてばかりのあんたがどこまで一人でできるやら。楽しませてもらうわ。
取り戻。これは俺たちのゲームだ。お前たちはお呼びじゃね
え。ええ、そうよね。なら取り戻してごらんなさい。手加減だらけだったベアとのゲームさえ勝てなかったあんた、誰の助けもなく一切の容赦のないラムダのゲームをどこまで戦えるのか。
The piano.
ではお目覚めなさい、後ろ宮バトラー。ようこそ10月5日の朝へ。
Woo. The second day. Was it someone's alarm clock? Beep beep. An electronic tone repeatedly rang out throughout the room. Battler, who had gone to bed late and not managed to get enough sleep, covered his head in the blanket and waited for someone to turn off the alarm. But no matter how much time passed, the electronic tone didn't stop. I see. The point of an alarm clock isn't just to be loud enough to wake you, but to be annoying enough and keeping you wanting to fall back asleep. Hey, the alarm's not going off. Make it stop, please. Why do wake-up voices always get this annoyed? Well, it does make sense. After all, people are still sleepy and in a bad mood. However, there's absolutely no sign that my annoyed voice had caused anyone to turn over in their sleep or crawl out of bed to stop the alarm. Are they all dead? Letting out a deep sigh, I stumbled to my feet. With the shutters down on the windows, there was almost no light getting in. And the room was as dim as it had been earlier. Though even without the shutters, there's no way this dull weather would let in enough sun to make a pleasant morning. The cousins were still wrapped up in their beds, sound asleep and making no notice whatsoever of that beeping. Normally, once any person gets up, the others tend to automatically follow, in a way that this law of serial summer camp awakenings that I made up had been broken. I'd searched for the source of the sound. To hear it coming from a wristwatch set on a table. Judging by the style of the watch, it was probably... Yeah, of course it's his asses. Fucking... Ugh. Anyway, when I randomly pushed a small button on the side of it, the sound stopped. Apparently it had been set for 7 in the morning. Fucking square. Is it already 7? Sorry, but I really don't feel like I slept at all. Playing cards were left on the table as though they had stopped mid-game. The game had probably been 7s. Damn it, I've got this piercing headache. What the hell happened last night? The amount of gold and subsequent argument between the relatives all feel like a bad dream. Breakfast normally came at 8 o'clock. Now wasn't a bad time to start getting up and getting dressed. Even those adults probably won't argue in front of the cousins. In that case, I'll stay with my cousins all day long. I'm sure they'll be able to separate me from all this annoying talk about the golden being successor and all. In fact, I should have done that from the very beginning. I felt disgusting having slept with my clothes on last night, which caused me to get all sweaty. Guess I'll take a shower. I'm sure the others want to as well. At this age, it's embarrassed to wake them by shaking their shoulders. If I turn the TV on, everyone will probably wake up. Well, let's at least turn the lights on for now. In this dim light, with the quiet sound of the never-ending wind and rain, it really doesn't feel like morning has come yet. Flipped on the light switch, and then the dimly lit morning ended. Yeah, they're dead, aren't they? Yes! Let's fucking go! Yeah! Yes! Yes! Oh! Oh, joy. Joy to the world, the Lord has come in. And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. As they clung to Aniki's corpse, which would never wake up again. Hallelujah, baby! I wish I had a piece of your happiness now in my life. Aunt Ava and Uncle Hideyoshi cried. Oh, what a good day.
姉貴、気持ちはわかるが、今は南條先生に任せるんだ。
あんたにはわかんないわよ。ジョージが殺されたのよ。ジョージ！ジョージ！
南條先生の言う通りや。ジョージのこんな無体な姿をいつジョージのために今は耐えるんや。
When Aunt Ava tried even harder to cling to that corpse, Dad and Uncle Hideyoshi dragged her away and had a heated debate with her beside the wall.
いやよ！いや！ジョージ！南條先生、手当てをして！血が足りないなら輸血を。
Been all night, honey.
私とジョージは同じ血液型です。だからお願い、南條先生。
お気の毒だが、今のジョージ君に必要なのはあなたの血ではないのです。
Thank the Lord for that. Dr. Nanjo shook his head slightly, then nodded across to where I stood, giving me a signal. I softly pulled the blanket up, covering George Oniki's corpse. His neck was split wide open. Woohoo! It was probably larger and deeper than his mouth. Would covering that part up make the corpse look neat and clean? I hope not. Of course not. The large amount of blood loss stained the bed in a horrible red and black. And even covering him with the blanket couldn't hide the traces. After all, even the blanket had large red-black stains, and covering him with it made his corpse look even more gruesome. So I stripped the blanket off my bed and placed it on top of the first one. But there were only 2 extra blankets, so if we covered one more of the corpses, we wouldn't be able to cover anymore. I feel bad about the ones we can't cover, but for some reason, times like these make me feel like muttering don't complain about it being unfair inside my head.
キリエ、みんなに毛布をかけてやれ。風邪をひいちまう。
Kiri-san and I started covering up the other corpses to their heads with blankets just like George's, so that they wouldn't have to undergo any more shame with their terrible wounds exposed like this. In one bed rested Jessica. Jessica was exactly the same as George, though she appeared to be resting quietly in the bed. Her neck had been sliced deep and the wound open in a brutal way. Maria was the same, and not only Maria, there was one more victim. Lying in the same bed as though they'd been sleeping alongside each other was Aunt Rosa. Interesting. George, Aniki, Jessica, Maria, and Rosa. 1, 2, 3, 4. In this room were 4 humans who'd been killed, their necks sliced open. They'd probably been like that since last night. I'd returned without noticing anything, gotten in bed, and fallen asleep. All of them had a horizontal cut across their throats. And those gashes in everyone's throats, at worst, the wounds might have been deep enough to stretch halfway through their necks. If you tried to open it up, you'd probably be able to see that the gash reached all the way to the bone. The only wounds were single gashes on each neck, so if you covered just their necks with your hand, you might be able to persuade yourself that they were merely sleeping, but even so, this frighteningly deep wound was incredibly gruesome. There's no such thing as clean and dirty ways of killing. All methods of killing are equally brutal, but even so, the brutality here was just horrible. And there was one more thing that had adorned these brutal murders, making them even more unsettling. Drawn very large on the wall was something like an eerie magic circle. It was drawn in a bright red paint that looked like blood, and made it look as though some creepy ceremony had taken place in this room, with the 4 of them offered as human sacrifices. However, that wasn't what we were concerned about. No one has a heart so cold that they could witness the deaths of those close to them, and still worry about some scribbles on the wall. Interesting.
おはようございます、皆さん。おや、これは立派な魔法陣で。
The girl who bragged that she drew more pleasure from the process of exposing the truth than the truth itself, and who went so far as to call herself an intellectual R-word, appeared in the hall. When she saw an extraordinary creepy magic circle in this gruesome room, I heard what was unmistakably a sigh of admiration escape her lips. Oh yeah, Golden Sorcerer, I don't remember if I responded to your message, but I saw it, so I wanted to say thank you for letting me know about that. Cause I didn't like that word either, but yeah, I'll definitely bleep it. Thank you.
お前は
さっきから廊下で話を聞かせてもらっています。お亡くなりになられたのは4人ですか？心よりお悔やみを申し上げます。
On Erica's face. No, that's not it. It was in her eyes. In Erica's eyes I could see an indiscreet smile. That was hard to describe. She found this interesting. She found this outbreak of a crime interesting. It was like the smile of a kid off to the side of the stage just before her turn to appear in a school play.
すまねえな、エリカちゃん。 取り込み中だ。部屋で待っててくれるか。
そういうわけには参りません。現場検証は探偵の権利ですので。
お前に用はないと言ってんだぜ。部外者はおとなしく引っ込んでろ。
現場検証を妨害する容疑者が犯人であるミステリーというのが私の持論ですが。
お前の都合など知るか。出て行け。お前なんかお呼びじゃね
え。エリカちゃん、ほんまにすまんが部屋に戻っててくれんか。今は取り込み中なんや。
Well, busy. Oh yeah, you responded already? Oh, okay. I wasn't sure because I just wanted to make sure. She got nerved.
現場検証できません。
もしそれが必要なら俺たちがお前にみんなの亡骸をさらに恥ずかしめる権利なんかあるわけがねえ。
探偵権限。探偵は全ての現場を検証する権利を持つ。そこをどきなさい。後ろ宮、これは人間側に認められたゲームの正当な権利よ。
Those words, which had seemed to be utterly ridiculous at first, were words of power that had come from on a world much on a higher plane than the one they were in. Battler was thrown back by an unseen power and landed on his butt. Struck silent by this quiet intensity, nobody was able to prevent Erica from entering the room, suffocated by this bizarre atmosphere.
ご安心を。死者の尊厳を犯すことが目的に、喉の切り口なんておぞましいもの。私が知りたいのはもっと別のこと。つまりこの殺人を誰が行ったかです。南條先生、それから皆さん、特に第一発見者のバトラさん、いろいろとお尋ねしたいことがありますのでご協力。
だから何の権限があってだよ。
私が探偵だからよ。
Battler couldn't argue against this incomprehensible nonsense. No, he wasn't permitted to argue. It was a restriction placed on pieces. Erica summoned Dr. Nanjo and heard the details of his preliminary examination from the corpses. Normally, he wouldn't have spoken to an outsider so casually. However, for some reason, the atmosphere about the place had become one in which hiding things from Erica was forbidden.
さて、ラムダの第一の死体は4つ ?2 つ足りないわ。まあ、6人殺す義務もないわけだけど、あの子、空気読める子だから、あと2人もどこかで殺してるに違いないわ。
That's what I was thinking too. On the wall was a magic circle representing the first Twilight, similar to the ones in Beato's games. That girl talks tough, but I wonder just how closely she'll be able to imitate Beato. Ahahahaha. The Hebrew sure is creepy. It isn't exactly right.
何これ。
Mammy!
どういうこと。どうして魔法陣が。きっとベアトリーチェ様の真似がしたかったのよ。へったくそな魔法陣。
真似どころじゃないわよ。人間の誰かがベアトリーチェ様の仕業に見せかけるためにわざわざ。とにかくベアトリーチェ様に報告を。
ゴールドスミスの秘密を守る仕事だけでもお腹いっぱいなのに。
でも
全然美しくない殺人だわ。別に密室でもないし不可能犯罪でもない。こんな無様な殺人ベアトリーチェ様に全然ふさわしくないわ。
フルドエリカか。予期せぬ事件の予期せぬ女、そして19年前の予期せぬ男。気分はバトラーに解かれるし、今回のゲームは普段とまるで違う。行くわよ。
はい、お姉様。
You! I think I will pause here.
Hello, 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 hello.
I hope you're doing well, or good, or great, or fantastic, or amazing. I hope you're all doing all those things, whoever you might be. It is time for me to get into some Umineko. I'll play some other games too later, but let us start. In the kitchen, Goto was preparing a wonderful breakfast at a brisk pace. Sucks we have to start off with such a horrid sight, but you know, that's life. The main dish would be herb omelets. Herb? Even simple foods could become an invigorating feast under Gota's disgusting, stupid hands. He would pre-cook everything beforehand and prepare the food in the dining hall right before everyone else's eyes. Whatever. Someone should smack him upside the head with a pan. Fucking talking pan, 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 pan. No, bitch. Get your head knocked out. Okay, I'll add one to the counter. Gota hummed as he continued his work in high spirit. I hope this means he's about to die. Uh-oh, Shannon's here too. I just remembered George is already dead, so I'm so happy. Yay, Bunny's here! Oh, hello, Golden Sorcerer. I hope you're doing well. Yes, I'm here. I'm feeling good, yeah, yeah, sorry, I am mentally ill, so sometimes I need some time to recharge, you know what I mean? Get my energy up, and I want to stream when I have, you know, good energy, so sometimes it takes me a little bit, but I'm here. You're doing fine, that's good to know. When Shannon, who was helping out, saw Gota like this, her mood also brightened. She arranged the salad in a neat little pattern and showed it to Gota. Oh, that's very cute, Shannon. We don't hate Shannon. We do not hate Shannon, we just don't get why this bitch likes George.
トマトの感じがちょっと可愛くなったと思います。
トマト。
実に良いですよ。
Shut up.
シャノンさんもなかなか分かってまいりましたね。
It was like the first time Gota's ever been nice to someone instead of being like, I bet I could do it better actually, because in culinary school I learned that like when you plate tomatoes you have to shove it up your ass first. Oh my god, they're about to die. The two happy people gave each other a high five. Shannon didn't like Gota when he was sneaky, based, but she had no problems at all when he was cooking happily. Yeah, he's not being an asshole right now, which is surprising. She sometimes even thought it'd be nice if his contract hadn't included any jobs besides cooking. If that had been the case, he wouldn't have to get in a bad mood doing unnecessary jobs.
食堂の準備ができましたよ。いつでも運べますからね。
もうじきですので、配膳車の準備をお願いします。
Without thinking, even Kumasawa caught Gota's high spirits. The kitchen had a very nice smell and atmosphere about it, truly refreshing for so early in the morning. Little do they know what the fuck's going on. Ooh, there's a little edge boy! Hello, Mr. Cannon! Our little edgy edge boy. Then Cannon came back, grumpy even this early in the morning, just like he always was. Kanon and Genji were in charge of getting many things ready for the morning, such as opening the curtains. However, Kanon was alone today, so it had taken much longer than usual.
終わったよ。源氏様は
まだいらっしゃらないの。珍しい
Oh,
わね。
Genji's dead. She's laughing because she knows.
あの源氏さんでも
She
お
knows.
ね
She's the witch teacher.
親族会議の最中だというのに緊張感に欠けてますね。カノンさん
I hate Goda.
起こしてきてあ
I
げ
was
てくれ
just
ません
thinking,
か。
like, if Goda found the witch, he would definitely do, like, everything, like, bad. And he would be, like, I don't know, make some sort of deal that, like, made him all popular and all the spotlight was on him and everyone else, like, dies and kills themselves and everything. Fuck you, Goda. はい。
寝ぼけ眼の源氏さんってどんな顔なのかしら。私もご一緒しますよ。
Even though Goda had asked her to get the serving cart ready, Kumasawa plodded off after Kanon, slyly skipping work. As Kanon muttered about how Goda was the one who slept in all the time, he headed off for the serving waiting room. Based Kanon!
カノンさんは今朝起こさなかったんですか？
I can see that happening. Right? Right?
僕は昨夜使用人室でそのまま寝ちゃったんで控室には戻ってない
Or like, if he was cornered by murderers, he would definitely be the type to be like, just let me go, I won't tell anyone, kill everyone else, just don't kill me, I'll give up everyone's information just so you can save me. He's that type of bitch. No loyalty. True as fuck! Last night, Kanon had dozed off while in the middle of his late night shift, falling asleep in the servant room. Aww. Shannon had been kind enough to put a blanket on him, but that had just made it so warm that he fell in an even deeper sleep. So he had to return to his bed in the servant waiting room the previous night. Because of that, he hadn't met Genji even once this morning. There's a knock on the door.
源氏様、カノンです。おはようございます。
あらあら、まだお休みかしら。
失礼します。
When he tried to open the door, Kanon noticed something strange on the upper part of it. What's that? Packing tape? A small strip of packing tape was stuck along the frame of the door, almost as though it was sealing the door shut. Furthermore, there were notches made with scissors along the center of the packing tape, so that if you opened the door only a slight amount, it would be torn apart. Also written sloppily across the packing tape with a thin pen was what appeared to be someone's signature. It was written in a very intricate and decorative manner. So even if it was a signature, there was no way of telling whose it was.
誰かのいたずらでしょうか。
わからないけど、こんなの今は気にしててもしょうがない。
Oh yeah, I was also thinking maybe when they get back into the, like, theory craft, next time they show Red, I might like look up like all the Red truths so far. And then maybe next stream or at the end or later we could like look through all of them and be like, oh, okay, that's all the Red truths so far.
失礼します。
Packing tape tore apart and he opened the door. It wasn't as though anything happened when it split, so the two quickly forgot about the strange tape. The room was dimly lit. The lower bed of the two-level bunk still had a lump under the blanket. Apparently, Genji was still sleeping.
おはようございます。源氏様。
If you want to do that, it's better to do it after chapter 5? Oh, okay, for sure. Sounds like a plan then.
源氏さんらしくもない。朝でございますよ。
He did.
源氏様。
He's dead.
なんですか
that
これ
was
は。
cool. That was creepy
なんです
music.
かこれは。
なんですかこれは? There was a large red-black stain on the blanket. Even the servants' blankets were always kept clean. A stain like that definitely shouldn't have been there. You don't say, Ryukishi. You don't fucking say. Kanon hesitantly peeled back Genji's blanket, saw what was left of him, and was shocked into silence.
何よこれ、首がすっぱりやられてる。
鋭利だわ。相当の刃渡りのものでなければ ここまでの切り口にはできまい。
どういうことよ。碑文の謎をバトラが解いたんでしょ。どうして殺人が起こるわけ。
わからん。いずれにせよ厄介なことになるぞ。
Because I don't
ベ
know.
アトリーチェ様とナツヒ様にご報告申し上げた方がいい。
So the way they're acting, it sounds like if someone doesn't solve the epitaph, Beatrice really does kill them. But I'm pretty sure there's another murderer among them. Like it's both. So I think that murderer is what's doing this right now. Because I don't think Beatrice is doing this.
心得た。
After dashing out, Kumasawa called Goda and Shannon over. Then this new pair let out screams identical to the first two. Look guys, he's dead. Oh, these new sprites are so cute. Oh my god, Beelzebub, stop! Don't stop making breakfast. Not the breakfast! That's all you're good for, Goda, is food. Beelzebub knows what's up.
2日目の朝食は決して静かに取れやしないってわけだわ。嫌な予感がする。源氏だけで済まないかもしれない。屋敷内を確認するわよ。他にも何か起こっているかもしれない。はい、
お姉様。
Ring, pick up the phone! Natsuhi sprang awake at the sudden sound of the phone. Even Natsuhi was surprised that she'd woken up. She thought she spent the whole night unable to sleep out of fear that the mysterious man might come in at any moment, but she dozed off before she knew it. Of course, Natsuhi still didn't feel rested at all, though she groaned, excuse me, Hajian, from the dull pain in her head, which hadn't gone away once since last night. She managed to get out of bed.
おはようございます、夏日様。
Oh my god, the phone ringing. I get it.
おはよう。最悪の朝です。ご安心を。誰も部屋へ立ち入ろうとはしませんでした。さあ、不審番をありがとう。
Even so, that didn't mean she'd been able to sleep peacefully. The continued ringing of the phone made her headache throb even more strongly.
電話にお出になられた方がよろしいかと。あと、良くないご報告が妹たちから。良くない報告は先に電話を取ります。
Natsuhi shook her head to wake herself and picked up the receiver. Then she regretted not listening to Lucifer's bad news first, because she wanted the first thing she heard on this horrible morning to be something better than this.
おはよう、母さん。
お母さん。
よく眠れた。
お母さん。That voice told her that this horrible morning, this nightmare would not stop.
約束は守りました。私はずっと部屋にこもっていました。もちろん電話もしていません。
でも、この電話には出ちゃったよね。
それは。
Yeah, that's fucked up. He tricked her. I would have answered the phone too. I didn't, because I thought it would be from him.
冗談だよ。この電話は母さん思いの僕からのモーニングコールだ。おはよう、母さん。
人をどれだけ苦労すれば。
おはよう。こんばんは。It's evening for me. Natsuhi gripped the receiver so hard it creaked.
パーティーの準備のために母さんには席を外してほしかったんだ。おかげで準備は整ったよ。もちろん主賓は母さん。
何を始めるつもりですか。
それは今日のお楽しみかな。大丈夫。待たせない。
大丈夫。
もう始まってる。そうだ、ちょっと待って。声を聞かせたい人がいる。
Is it Jessica? Or is it Kraus? There was a sound of the receiver being jolted around. The phone was apparently being passed to someone else, but there was a clunking, clattering noise, as though it was taking a lot of effort to hand the receiver over. Who in the world would he be giving the phone to? No matter who this man gives the phone to, it can't be good news for me. Oh, it's Kraus. Damn.
あなたなの？
Okay, Kraus, I don't think telling your captor to untie you is gonna work. It was without a doubt the voice of her husband. However, he didn't respond to Natsuhi's voice. Perhaps he was bound somewhere in the darkness. Kraus, not realizing that Natsuhi was on the other end of the phone, repeatedly demanded that he be untied.
目も耳も塞いでるからね。話はできないけど、無事なのは分かってもらえたと思う。
何、夫を解放して。
明日には解放するよ。二つ約束を守ってくれれば。
何ですか？
Kill someone?
あんたの夫を僕が預かっていることを秘密にすること。屋敷ではそのうちクラウスの姿が見えないと騒ぎになるだろうけれど、母さんは何も知らないから何も口出しできない。わかるね。
もう一つの条件。
今日の昼の屋敷の1階の一番手前の客室に入り、クローゼットの中に隠れているんだ。
客室？どうして私がクローゼットの中な？
ちょっとしたかくれんぼだよ。誰にも見つからずにそこで1時間隠れていることがで、もし誰かに見つかったら
負けたらどうだというのですか？
別に何もないよ。遊びってそういうもんでしょ。このかくれんぼに付き合ってくれたら明日には夫を解放するよ。
その約束。
その約束。
本当に守るんでしょうね。
もちろんだ。母さんこそ守ってよ。約束を破れば僕にはすぐにわかる。
At that time, there was suddenly a loud knock on the door to Natsuhi's room. Her heart leapt automatically.
奥様、いらっしゃいますか？おはようございます。
ゴーダとカノンでございます。
Ew, Goda.
奥様、どうかお目覚めよ。
The voices coming from across the door were Cannon and Goda's. The knock had been wild, the voices a little shrill. It seemed that something strange had happened, and they were agitated.
何？どうしたの？
なんでも使用人が来たようでもう切りますよ。
うん、僕の言いたいことは全部伝えたからね。じゃあ約束破らないでよ。
わかりました。あなたこそ約束を破らないのですよ。
あなたこそ。
違うね。母さんがそれを決めるんだよ。僕に約束破らせないでね。母さん。
I know they're showing it's Lambda, but this person can still be real. Hello, is this episode 5? Hi Jeremy, Mia. Yes, this is. We're on episode 5 right now. Welcome, I hope you're doing well. Right now, I was just thinking about, so Natsuhi just got another call from her alleged son, right? And I was thinking about it, because they show Lambda talking as him. Which makes you want to think it's just Lambda doing magic, but I wonder if he really exists and he's part of the murder stuff. I don't know. I'm a big magic believer, just so you know, but I'd be thinking.
今日一日母さんを見てるからね。
Been a long time since I've read Umineko. Big magic believer? Yep. I believe in magic a lot. One of my theories is that like the murderer changes every time, and what happens is like the murderer chooses to use dark magic rather than like the light magic, you know, with like Maria and stuff. And Angie, how there was like when Angie was across from Kirie's relatives and she was using like the good magic and stuff, and like yeah, so I think but I also don't know. There's a lot of stuff I don't know. Like, I have no idea what's going on with Battler and the 6 years ago thing that Beato is saying. I think Beato's trapped, but I don't know if she's trapped by Lambda or by Kinzo. There's just a whole lot going on, yeah. Clank. Hold on, questions. Lambda Delta slammed the receiver down on the antique phone. Then the phone exploded into bits and became a golden splash. Then a cloud of gold butterflies and then disappeared.
踊ってちょうだいね、夏日。19年前の罪に怯えながらね。私のターンも順調よ。
Oh yeah, we know that the... Oh wait, I totally forgot. I just remembered that the baby died on the cliff. But it's crazy because the cliff is... That's the same place where Beato died. Which is like, maybe it's a homunculus baby? I don't know. Like Beato's homunculus? I don't know. I don't know.
どうせ無駄なんだろうけど、警察通報を通じて内外の通信可否を確認。
外線は使用不能、内線は使えるみたい。台風で船も使用不能。クローズドサークルの出来上がりかしら。おめでとう。これでベルンが完全に探偵に昇格ね。
I love when Berncastle gets into her let me fuck up your whole world mode. I have conflicting feelings because like at first I was like, ooh, she's like Rika, but then I'm like, whoa, she's way more evil than Rika. So I feel bad when she's like really mean to Beato and what's his face, Battler. When the police intervene, they sometimes steal some of the detective's authority. However, with the construction of the closed circle, the existence of the police had been denied for all eternity. From now on, the authority of the detective piece will be totally guaranteed.
はいはい、ありがとう。ごちそうさま。
Arigato. But we learn a lot when Berncastle goes in. Nipa! Nipa!
それじゃ、早速ゲーム開始といこうかしら。
I don't know, Jeremy Mia, if you also played or read Higurashi, but I love Higurashi. That's the first one I played. And I'm basically Shion. I love it so much, that's why I wanted to play. I only watched Higurashi. Oh! Well, if you ever get the chance, you should try reading or playing it, because I remember I saw a little bit of the anime, and it leaves so much good stuff out. But I get it's really long, too. Erica, you're the main character. Now begin! You know, your pronunciation's absolutely right, but I've been reading her as Berncastle for the Berncastle? Oh, for the last few, Berncastle. Oh, Berncastle. Berncastle.
Hi.
That's so funny. I'm usually horrible at pronouncing stuff, so I love hearing different pronunciations too. Oh yeah, also the counter at the top is for when I go crazy about George or Goda, because I hate both of them. But thankfully George died! Woohoo! Why them? Oh, George! Oh, that man. Okay. George has said the most psycho-possessive shit about Shannon, first of all. Then, he's super inconsiderate. Like, every time Jessica tries to say something, he immediately shuts it down. Or he's like, no, adult stuff, blah blah blah, you don't understand. When Jessica's just trying to express her feelings. And, like, he does all this shit. Cheering George's death, would that count as the hate stupid counter? Yes, you're right, it does, Miranda, it does count, it definitely counts. It definitely counts. Or is this when they're dumb? The dumb counter is for another game too I play called White Album 2. There's a character in there named Haruki who's so stupid. But yeah, and Goda, because Goda only cares about, like, he's so mean to the other servants, except for when he's in like, oh, I get to show off, like, everything's about me, and it's just like, bitch, shut the fuck up, who are you? Bitch, what the fuck? Okay, I'll add another one, but I had to explain, but I'll add another one. Oops, I put 3 again. Okay.
その上電話も通じんときた。この天気じゃ船も今夜のえらいことになったで。
So yeah, what, if anything, have you figured out, or think you figured out, or you don't know? You feel kind of sorry for Gotas. The other servants are so close, and he's just a newcomer who wants to be an impressive chef. But okay, I understand that perspective, Jeremy Mia. But with where my hate comes from is he acts above the other servants, and he's not nice to them, so that's why they don't connect with him. And he also tries to push all his work onto them, stuff like that. So what have I figured out, or think I figured out? That's a really great question. I always say I love magic. I don't even know what I think right now. I think obviously something happened 6 years ago with Battler. I think maybe he made a magic deal with someone, and that's why all these sacrifices keep happening. Because maybe he wanted his mom back, but Beatrice said it didn't have to do with his mom, so I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I think it's like, I think the murderers are people who are who are so hurt that they chose to go into dark magic instead of feeling like the love and like magic like that, like the light one. So I don't know, because there's so much that goes on. Like there's so many elements. Like there's Angie and all that stuff. Like there's so much. I don't trust Kirie though. I'll say that much. And she has that whole family who wants all the money. I don't think Ava's the killer. It's just, I don't know. There's a lot. Lots of thinking. I have no idea what the epitaph. Oh yeah, I was thinking maybe the epitaph, like when they were talking about places it could be that Kinzo loves. I was thinking maybe it was the orphanage they were talking about, because that's the only place I could think of that's like that they've mentioned that's not the mansion. So maybe it has something to do with that. I used to think the epitaph was leading to where Beatrice died, but I think that's not on the table anymore, but I don't know. And now there's this new thing with Natsuhi's old baby, and he died exactly where Beatrice died, and it's like, oh. And Kumasawa is like the magic teacher, but she's not, and it's like, fuck you, Goda.
こうしてみんなで一緒にいれば犯人だって手出しは。
しかもなってそんな。
Yeah, So like, because I think all the magic stuff that they showed was real. Like, I think the magic is real. I just don't, I'm trying to find out why Beatrice, like, I think Beatrice is trapped and, like, she's doing it because she has to, but I don't know if Kinzo trapped her or if Lambda Delta trapped her.
私たちミスミス殺されはしないわよ。
Oh, Ava.
ジョージの仇を撃ってやる。
Yeah, Ava's gonna fucking kill everyone.
許さない。誰が犯人だろうと、何が理由だろうと、私はジョージの仇を許さない。殺してやるわ。殺してやる。
I mean, as much as I dislike George, I feel bad for Ava as a mother. No mother should lose their child.
Hi, 皆さん。
Oh my god, Erica, that's so rude!
フラウスさんはまだお見えにならないのですか？さっきから電話をおかけしているのですが、
Okay.
お出にならないのです。
So earlier, in the very, very beginning, we saw, I think, interesting theories. Any theories as to why Beatrice framing this as murder mysteries? I'd have to, let me think about that. I don't know. Why Beatrice is, And Trey always pity her when he died. Yeah, I mean, I feel bad. Ava loves her family so much, so it's always terrible. But also, I don't know. Oh, there's so many things to think about. Why would Beatrice do? I think she has to, but why would she do murder mystery? I guess she doesn't have to frame it as a murder mystery because. Oh my god. Okay, maybe Battler when he was little used to like playing like detective games and stuff with Beato, and then he forgot about it. And so Beato's doing this to show him, like, the detective games that he forgot about? I don't know. That's, like, a really random theory that might happen. But also, I think, if I'm remembering right, or maybe I accidentally spoiled I remember there's a scene at the beginning where Erika was pointing at Natsuhi and was like, you're the culprit. And I think she's only gonna think that because Natsuhi has to listen to the person on the phone, not because Natsuhi's... I don't think Natsuhi's ever the culprit. Natsuhi's such a good little being. I remember that being at the beginning too. Not okay, cool. I was like, did I accidentally? Okay, cool. And what pact did Battler form with Beatrice? What does he get out of it? And what does she get out of it? Yeah, I don't know. I think there might be something. I think it might. It's hard because there was the Red Truth where she was like, this has nothing to do with your family. But I think maybe Battler was so hurt, like, about his family, about seeing that Kirie was already pregnant with Angie, and his mom died, and I think it has something bad to do with, like, you know how, like, when Maria was overwhelmed by the dark magic, she was, like, you know, fucking her mom up over and over and was like, I'm gonna do... So maybe... I also thought maybe Maria's behind all this, and, like, because no one ever believed in her magic, and so Beato's doing this to avenge her. I know, mind overheat. Pepe meltdown. Like... Because I know Beato cares... Like... So I think maybe Beato... Like, there's something between them that happened, but I have no idea what. Who the fuck knows? Could be lots of stuff. You are all alone on this island, and of course I am not you, yet I am here now and I'm about to kill you. Well, I believe in magic, so I think that's just her being a witch. Like, because you know how she escaped from her homunculus body? I think it's because of that. And that's why she's trapped there, because she's not returned to a body, but she doesn't want to return to a body because then Kinzo will have her. I think. That's what I think. Maybe I'm... So even though she's there, it doesn't count as Battler being alone on the island because she's a witch? Yeah. Like, I think... Like, she's not there as a human. She's there as whatever the hell she is, witch ghost thing. You know, her entity detached from her body. Maybe she's just a memory. I don't know. I also had a theory, maybe they all... I love your discussion. Oh, thanks! Yeah, and thank you guys for asking me all these questions. I love to talk about it. Yeah, I love discussing this stuff. This is a mini theory. I don't think this is true at all, but I'm thinking maybe Battler went batshit 6 years ago and actually killed everyone then, and he forgot about it, and she's replaying it to show him what happened and show him his sin. But then but it's hard because that one fucking Red Truth of Beato saying the thing 6 years ago has nothing to do with your family. So I'm like, wow. I don't know. I haven't been on Twitch in a few years. Bless here, there's a delay between user. Oh, this is so much better. Oh yeah, good. I'm glad there's not that much of a delay. I know the delay used to be super long with Twitch. I hate to say it at times like this, but there are 4 in the guest house plus you need to make 5. I figured there would be one more. Oh, that's because of the epitaph. Just saying, but you said something really good in those theories. I won't tell you what, though. You little sneaky golden sorcerer. How dare you taunt me like that? But hey, that's cool. One of my shots hit. Bam, 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 bam. The worst part about this is we can't say anything about what you think. I know. I wish you got, but luckily once I finish, you guys can, if you guys are here, of course, you guys can all tell me everything you thought about, like, stuff. Or you could tell me about, like, you could tell me about what you were thinking when you played this or read this the first time, like, during this, you know what I mean? Like that, like, oh, when I first played this, I was thinking this, or, like, I thought I hated Ava and the blah blah blah, whatever.
やめなさい、エヴァさん。今はそんなことをしとる場合では。
Shut up, Nanjo. Who the fuck are you? Her son just died. Ava got agitated and grabbed at Kirie. Kind of based, I don't like Kirie. I think she's a horrible person. Because of, she doesn't see I mean, I think Kirie can become a better person. She's shown that. She's shown growth. But back when she just saw Asuma as, like, a witch, like, horrible person, even though, you know, Rudolph was part of that relationship, you know, it's not like Asuma just got pregnant on her own. And, like, just because she likes who you like, that doesn't make her a bad person. And the fact that she resented Battler for that, when Battler just wanted, you know, connection, like, that pissed me off. I like that. I think you should be a good stepmom. Nanjo stepped in between them, and it grew into a bit of a scuffle. Watching this, Erika smiled condescendingly and shrugged. Shrug.
でしょうね。ゲストハウスの現場を拝見した時点で6人の犠牲は読めて当然です。4人しか死体がなかったので、あとの2人は
I think Ava's very cruel the way she bullies Natsu is, but right? Jeremy Mia, there's I think it was like one of the first chapters. She called her something. It was like something about her womb, and it was the most brutal thing I've ever heard. And I was like, Jesus Christ, Ava. Like, and also the way Ava was to, yeah, you know what I'm talking about? And like the way Ava was to Angie, when Angie, yeah, the first one, borrowed womb. Yeah, but that's so cruel. I remember I was blown away when I read that. I was like, how could you say that to someone? And Natsuhi's such a sweet little thing. Like, oh my god, I love Natsuhi so much. She's like, she just wants to do her best and like make everyone like look good and proud, and like she's, oh, poor Natsuhi. And yeah, Ava was so mean to Angie when Angie lost her whole family. Oh jeez.
なんでそんなことがわかるのよ。あんたが殺したの。
Like, I think Ava goes through a lot of pain, but that doesn't justify her actions.
あんたがジョージを。
予算かエヴァ。エリカちゃん、キリエさん、なんでそんなことがわかるんや。適当なことは言わんといてや。
Hey, shut the fuck up, Hideyoshi.
ゲストハウスの犯行現場に書かれていた落書きは
I also played this game with no voices in the awful art before it was remade. It's so weird to see characters that have fingers on their hands. I know, it's so different, yeah, and I love the mod that adds the voice. It really gives them more, like, depth to their character, you know what I mean? Like, you really feel like they're there. You know what I mean? Connecting both magic and the murders.
気分か。そうか。第一の番か。
The voice acting seems fantastic. It totally is. And there's some voice actors in here that were also voice acting in Higurashi, and I was so, like, Canon's the same voice actor as Satoshi, and I was like, I think there's a few other, Ava is Takano's voice actor. You played with Ryukishi's art. Oh god, he's an amazing writer, but awful artist. You know, for the finale, when I finally get to the last chapter, I should play a little bit of it with the original art. No, Beatrice didn't do this. We know Beatrice didn't do this because the 7 Deadly Sins girls were like, what the fuck's happening? I played the next When They Cry with awful art too. It's so bad. The hands are so big. No!
私にはさっぱりわからないわよ。説明なさいよ、誰か。
だからエヴァ、少し落ち着くんや。
Yeah, surely just telling her to calm down is really gonna help Hideyoshi. Oh, Natsu's like, meh.
そういうことです。あの犯行現場の魔法陣をこの殺人が碑文の第一の番をなぞった見立て殺人であり、犠牲者はただ魔法陣がそこに存在するだけで、フルドエリカはこの程度の推理が可能です。いかがでしょうか、皆様方。
じゃあクラウスおじさんも
No.
そうだとも決めつけられません。ここに来ないのはクラウスさんだけではありません。もう一人いらっ
Who's
しゃ
the
いま
last one? I don't remember. For an instant, Natsu's brow furrowed, so she hadn't been able to avoid the topic of the study after all.
親父
But Keen, okay. Is there someone else who's dead? Because Keenzo's been dead before. Although he's technically revived or whatever. So that means that there's... Because we know Kraus is alive right now, so only 5 died on the first Twilight.
おい誰か書斎には連絡したんだろうな。
もちろんお電話させていただきましたし、ノックもさせていただきました。
Interesting.
ですがそのお返事はなく。
当主様はご自身の研究に没頭されておいでです。時に電話を嫌い、受話器を外し、ノックを無視することもあります。
しかし呼び出し音はちゃんと。
とにかく主人の無事を確かめる方が先です。主人の寝室へ行きましょう。
Natsu stood up in a flurry and dashed out into the corridor. Rudolph and the others immediately chased after her, telling her to wait.
さあさあ、皆さんもご一緒。三流ミステリーも三流スプラッターも単独行動を取る人から死にますよ。はあ、いわんやこのゲームもまたしかり。ベアとってば三流だわ。
But Beato's not the one doing the murders. Oh, but in a third-rate disaster movies and third-rate action movies, people who act alone do survive, right? Weird. Tehehehe.
もはや碑文は解かれたというの。
Yeah, this isn't her.
誰が望んでこんな真似を。
We knew this.
ラムダデルタ教の駒と思われる19年前の男とやらの死。おっと、そんなはずもありませんが。
これまでのゲームですでにベアとは赤き真実で金蔵が消えて18人以上は存在しない。そして今回はそれにエリカが一人加わって19年前の男とやらが島に入り込む余地なんてないわ。
Unless he's a good, like, witch ghost thing, right? Like, because it's like what Jeremy Mia was saying earlier with the red truth that Beato said about how I'm here but I'm not here and you're alone. It could be something like that where he's here but he's not here. I don't know.
ならば19年前の男は既存の人間の中の誰かが語っているかさもなくば。
赤で19人目が許されずともわらわならば魔女ならば造作もなくやってのけるがな。面白くなってきたぞ。もうしばらく様子を見させてもらうとしよう。それにしてもラムダいよいよに我がゲーム版にて好き放題を始めよった。
分かっていてお招きになったのではありませんか。
退屈を嫌うわ。わらわも魔女なれば同じこと。この想定外さえも魔女なれば想定される喜びである。よかろう。受けて立つのは上等だけどまずい流れよ。分かってる。
ですが様子見を気取る段階とはやや言い難いかと。
分かっておる。このまま行けば金蔵の存在が再び蒸し返される。書斎の結界も長くは持たんな。それだけじゃないわ。さらに厄介な展開になるわよ。いい？1手2手3手詰めて夏日。
No, Gap whispered something into Beato's ear. Beato's mouth slowly widened into a grin.
エリカが全員を集めたのは観測者の及ばぬ全ての闇は今を逃しては撃てぬんでか。
夏日はキング、動けぬ駒なれど取らせることは許されぬ。先手を取ろう。ここで失すると夏日が詰められる。
I love how hard they're fighting for Natsuhi.
ガープル、頼めるか。
And like that's the thing about Byato is if like you're nice to her, she's like really, she tries really hard for you. Like she tries hard for Natsuhi, tries hard for what's her face? Maria. I ship her and Rosa, by the way. I think she'd try hard for Rosa and heal her and make her into a better mommy.
もちろん密室トリックもアリバイもミステリーなんて私がまとめて風穴を開けてあげるわ。任せて。私が始末する。
Hello, loading. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Gap was swallowed up along with the chair she sat in into a pitch black hole that opened up on the floor and then disappeared. I love Ronove. Yeah, he's cool. Yeah, he's chill. I really liked his scene with Jessica. Was that the last chapter? Where she was trying to fight to be the heir and she was like punching him a lot. I love Jessica. I think his character, like the way he was acting, was really cool. Girl got kicked to death. Oh, but I didn't want her to die. I'm glad George died though. I'll have to add to the counter. But yeah, Renovade's cool. He's a cool demon.
Yakai na koto ni narimashita na.
なるほどな。ラムダデルタ教にかかってはわらわすらも駒に過ぎぬというわけか。序盤は駒の損得より展開を急げという。
Can't remember where exactly this is in episode 5. Oh, okay, so Natsuhi just got a phone call from the sun again, and it was after she stayed in her room for the night, and he was like, what did he say? Oh, he was like, okay, I have Kraus in my, like, I have Kraus right now, like, I kidnapped him, and you have to go hide in this closet at 1 o'clock. And then we discover that Genji's been murdered, and Ava's freaking out about George, and it's like, what's happening? And everyone's like, it's the Epitaph, and then everyone's like, wait, where's Kraus? But Natsuhi's not allowed to tell them anything. So they go running to his room, and then we transport to, you know, this area where they're like talking about what they're gonna do to help Natsuhi. That's where we're at. If that helps. Girl boss Natsuhi, so true! She is such a girl boss, for real. Aww, I love how much she's supporting her. This is so good. Period, Beatrice. Natsuhi is in fact the best, and I will not allow her to be slandered. Yeah, we all love Natsuhi here. She's just such a little sweetie pie. I love her. She's such a hard-working, sweet, caring, like, good-hearted person. She fucked up a little bit, but loading. I do not like Kirie, but to each their own. Has more girl boss energy, sorry. She's a girl boss for sure, but she's also the gaslight gatekeep kind of girl boss. But that's all I'll say on that. But to each their own, for sure. I see the appeal. That's like the main parts of being a girl boss. Yeah, true. Well, he's not here, Ava.
この血まみれのベッドじゃな。考えたくねえが ゲストハウスと同様に
But we know that
首を切られて殺
Kraus.
されたと考えるのが妥当だろうぜ。
Okay, so we know that Kraus isn't dead right now because we know that Kraus is being kidnapped somewhere. So why is there blood on his bed? Did he like cut his hand to put blood to make it framed, or is it someone else who died? Because there was only 5 people murdered. Kraus is such an idiot. He is very dumb. He's like no brain in there, head empty kind of guy.
この出血量では無事を考えるのは難しい。
旦那様はどちらに？
Large amounts of blood stained on top of the bed, but there were no similar marks on the floor of the room. Whether Kraus had been seriously wounded and wandered off somewhere, or killed and carried somewhere, they had no clue where this somewhere might be. He wasn't wrong with the space tourism. Of all the things, that's the thing you're defending? That's crazy. That's crazy. The space tourisms. Yeah, you guys are right. To the moon for sure, guys. Natsuhi knew. Though Kraus had been sounding far from his best over the phone, at least he didn't sound like he was on the brink of death. In other words, these bloodstains had to be a setup. That might not even be blood. However, what was that man thinking? What's this supposed to be?
なんてこって第一の晩に6人を生贄にっちゅうのか。
Oh, thanks for following, Loading. I really appreciate it.
クラウス兄さんには自分の部屋の扉を施錠する習慣はないの？私たちは今鍵を開けずに入ったわ。
いえ、旦那様にも施錠の習慣が。
当家では
We love
奥様のお言いつけ
Canon.
により
That's our little Ed boy.
公共の場所以外は施錠が義務付けられております。
You know, Canon and Mammon would be such good besties because, you know, obviously Mammon and Angie are married, right? Like they're together forever. But Mammon and Canon would be such good besties. I could see it. Oh.
クラウスおじさんの部屋を開けられる鍵は何本ある？
She'd like mess around and he'd be like, oh, okay. And that'd be so funny.
旦那様がお持ちの1本の他にマスターキーのああ、鍵がどうこうなんて源氏さんがすでに犠牲になっていることをお忘れです。彼のマスターキーは紛失しています。ですから今やこの屋敷のすべての鍵は意味をなしません。つまらないですね。つまりこの屋敷には密室殺人は今までもこれからも存在しないということです。やれやれ。
She's like, this is boring as fuck. Dude, people just died. Erica laughed off this murder and disappointment as though it was something she was watching on TV. I can't understand it. Why is her world so different from ours? Erica is such a little gremlin. I love her. She's definitely a gremlin. It's almost like she's in a separate dimension from us. Well, she is.
Jessica, こんな風に。
Aw, Natsuhi. Erica's a love to hate for sure, for sure. Literally me for real, period. Where's Chester 45? That's me! But Beato isn't killing anyone, so she probably won't pop up.
Jessica.
Aw, Natsuhi.
Jessica に合わせて。私、Jessica の顔さえ見てないんです。
Which one is 45 again? The pink bunny. Let's see if I can show you. Oh no, I can't show you, but the pink bunny. The green, pink, or yellow hair one. The pink one. With the pink pigtails, who's like, cute, cute, cute! Who's nervous and like just wants to do the best for everyone. No, I just remember them. Oh no, you're totally good. I was just remembering, or reminding you. I was just remembering you. Just kidding. Reminding. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, oh, poor Bubby.
Jessica!
Oh, I feel horrible for her.
Let
her see her daughter, bitch. Who the fuck are... Oh my god, shut up, you stupid little loafs. Like, yeah, you don't understand a mother's love. Don't say Al Nazi. She wants to go see her daughter who just died. Please. Nazi flew out of the room and dashed towards the guest house this time. It was only natural. Nazi still hadn't even seen Jessica's dying face. Everyone probably thought that. Of course, even Nazi was half thinking that, but she was also, yeah, she's trying to book it to the... She's a beta? What are you talking... Nazi's an alpha. She literally takes over for Kraus and becomes the, like, head for Kinzo and shit. Actually, no. You know what she is? She's a Sigma. She's a Sigma male. Or not male. She's a Sigma. Not male. The other half was her desire to shift everyone else's attention away from the study. Sigma Nazi! That's what she is! Strange crimes had occurred, the gold had been discovered, and some relatives had even recommended Battler to be the successor. Even in these twisted circumstances, she had to protect Kinzo's secret. If my head is gonna be racked by the suffering anyway, please just let my head explode right now, that way I won't have to suffer any longer. Aww.
では皆さん、夏日さんのためにも一度ゲストハウスへ死に顔を見たって何かが進展するわけではありませんが
True Sigma wouldn't care about their daughters or sons. She gotta stay on the ground. Alright, fine. Finish the rocket for the moon tourism. Oh man. You're so silly. Wait, what is she... Do you have a heart? A heart? What's that? Oh my god. I trust him with my space tourism money over Elon Musk, I guess. I mean, yeah, if we're picking between Elon Musk and Kraus, definitely going with Kraus. Cause fuck Elon Musk. But just seeing her daughter's dead face wouldn't bring Jessica back to life, nor would it heal her anguish. On the contrary, she would probably wail, wasting a considerable amount of time before being able to think properly again. Elon Musk uses the money for himself? Yeah, for sure. Kraus would waste it all instead? True! You know what? I'm into that. Go invest at least in... W for Kraus. So funny. That's so funny. Just seeing her daughter's... Oh yeah, sorry. This probably sums up Erica's screwed up argument. Just seeing their dying faces won't lead to any new developments?
進展するのよねそれがベアとの駒たちが面白い変化をもたらしてくれたわこれは
Nazi flew into the cousin's room on the body's gonna be gone. On the second floor of the guest house, it was struck down by the bloodstained beds in the eerie magic circle, which looked like it might have been drawn with the victim's blood.
Jessica はどこです？ Jessica!
そこのベッドに。
ベッド？どこに？ジョージはどこなの？
Yep, the bodies are gone.
おいおい。
I wish I was a crazy lesbian witch. Sadly, I'm just a crazy lesbian. Oops, I accidentally hit the... Oh my god, so true! You know, you can be a witch if you want to be. You just have to believe in yourself. It's not sad to be a crazy lesbian. Is this the gayest stream ever? It should be. It definitely should be, for sure. I see you have LGBT in your tag and I'm also gay. Absolutely. I am bi/pan, whatever you want to define that as. I don't care about what gender, I just like people, personally. So that's me. Yes, this is definitely LGBT friendly, always.
どういうわけだ。
この部屋はちゃんと施錠していきましたよね。これで犯人がマスターキーを持つことが確実となりました。またしても私の推理通り。
そんなことはどうでもいい。どこに行ったんだ。みんなのジョージの兄貴たちの遺体はどこに行ったんだ。
I don't know where they went.
面白い真似を。
Maybe they're under the bed.
さあさあほ 魔法よ。
I can't believe Gap hid the bodies. Oh. True, she probably did. Oh yeah, that's what they were talking about with Beato, huh? Where'd she put them? Maybe she put them in the like dungeon underneath the, you know, the mansion, the like tunnel stuff. Maybe she put them there. Oh wait, or she put him in the closets, and that's why he was like, haha, you should hide in the closet, but she can't hide in the closet because the bodies are there.
私たちは全員で一緒に行動していた。
Did they look at the couch? Gap.
だから全員にアリバイがあると。
Gap, 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 gap.
あなたの推理はこうでしょ。実は4人は死んでなくて死んだふりだった。それでみんながいない間にどこかへ身を潜めた。正解かしら。
誰の死亡宣言を今赤では出す気。
当然よ。ベアとのパーと違って私は緑に赤をサービスしたりしないわ。
I have a loser flag of 100 in real life.
なら喜んで青き真実を使わせてもらうわ。この程度のこといくらでも抜け道は思いつくもの。
Flag value.
はいはいどうぞ。青き真実
I don't know what my loser flag value would be.
まず考えられる一つ。
420. Sorry,
実は
I'm
犠
so
牲者は死ん
stupid.
でいなかった。
The victims aren't
死ん
actually
だふり
dead.
をしていてこっそりどこかに隠れて
I don't think. I think they just moved the
何
bodies.
しろ
Huh?
あんたは誰の死亡についても赤き
I
真
mean, that was a
実で
good
宣言
comedy.
してないものね。
たとえ傷口ばっくり見せられちゃっても赤くなきゃそうくるわよね。基本よね。でもダメよ。赤き真実なんてサービスしないわよ。何しろゲームの最後10月5日24時にちょいと1箇所否定すればいいんだもんね。
The only Kraus W, and even that was mostly an L. Yeah, he barely made it when that was happening.
ああ魔女側は有利だわ。
That was such a funny.
バカバトラならこれで終わるところでしょうけどベルンは違うわよね。
当然よ。こんなのは誰もが思いつくくだらない一手。まだ続けるわよ。二つ目、遺体はクラウスが
Lambda is certainly gay. Certainly. Yeah, she got it bad for Burn Castle. She got it bad for
あんたの
her.
さらってどこかに監禁されてるように演出され
Kraus
てる
carried
け
up the
ど
corpses.
実際はフリーなのかもしれない。
That's a very interesting theory. I think he was okay. I think half of this is right. Maybe. I think Kraus might have helped them move it. No, but he was tied up. We know he was tied up. So this is wrong.
クラウスにアリバイはないわ。
No, he has a. And Burn is gay only by a miracle. You have to search for the fragment that's gay. Search for the rainbow fragment. Yeah, Kraus has an alibi, but Natsuhi can't say it. So it's not
クラウス
Kraus.
が彼らの死体を隠したのよ。
ああそうよ。赤き真実でクラウスの監禁を宣言したわけじゃないものね。言うもんね。敵を騙すには味方から。夏日に自分が囚われてるように嘘をついたっと。他には
Honestly, Kraus wouldn't be smart enough to hide bodies like that. Yeah. He'd be panicking. He'd be like, what do we do? What do we do? Only Nazi would be clear-headed enough to do that. So maybe they're right. Maybe it is Nazi, but I doubt it. I really don't think Nazi would do something like this.
3つ目、そもそも死体が別人、犠牲者そっくりの身代わり死体よ。ジョージたちは最初から隠れていて、その後に身
I
代
don't
わ
know
り
if
死
Nazi
体
and
を
Kraus
片
have
付
a
け
3-digit IQ. No, Natsuhi tries her best. She's way better than Kraus, I'll say that. I'm gonna defend my queen right here. She's way better than Kraus for IQ. Georgia and the others were hiding from the beginning and later cleared up those substitute corpses. Corpses were dead from the so they didn't count whenever people on the line.
何それ超イカす。つまりあれだけの人間が寄ってたかって死に顔を見て全員が全員身代わりの死体を見抜けなかったと。
赤き真実をあんたが行使しない以上、全員が全員 遺体の身元確認を誤認した可能性だってあるわ。あんたに誰も人物を誤認しないって復唱要求に応える気があるなら直ちに引っ込めるけど。
嫌ですよーだ。そんな挑発には乗らないわよ。赤き真実はね、もったいぶるから効果的なのよ。たくさんの青き真実の中からたった一つだけを選び赤、そしてその他全ての青き真実はそれが正しかったのかどうかも明かされないまま闇に葬られて消える。その闇こそ魔女の世界。
No, you should go to light magic.
あんたに与えられる真実なんて何も存
Wouldn't
在
it
し
be
ない。
cool? Oh my god, imagine at the end of this, Beato learns light magic and the light magic is enough to defeat Lambda and she can go free. I love 34. What's 34? Am I stupid?
この子バカそうなふりしてなかなかだわ。決して挑発に乗りやしない。
Oh, Lambda Delta is 34 in like Greek or something? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Cool.
魔女の闇ってもんが何か
Freaking rule 34. No, 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 not that one. Not that one.
そしてどうやらガープもそれをよく理解してるみたい。この死体消失の一
Did you play Higurashi? Yes. I did not. No, I couldn't watch it. I played it because I watched it and the anime did such a disservice to the game. I couldn't finish it. I loved Higurashi. Shion is literally me. She's literally me in every sense. I love Higurashi. Takano is also 34. Yeah. She's the same voice actress. I love it. And Kanon's the same voice actor as Satoshi. But yeah, I love Higurashi a lot, and 34 is quite important to When They Cry series for some reason. Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know there was so many connections.
ラムダとベアとの
That's
双
so
方
cool
にとっ
though.
てなかなか有効だわ。とりあえず私も死体消失について思いつく仮説を3つほど挙げてみた。1つの謎に対し3つだから3つのうち1つを否定すればいいわけじゃない。
You gotta confess something.
3
What
つ
is
の
it?
鎖
Let
を
us
全て
know.
抜かない限りこの謎は貫かれている。それが魔女狩りの鉄則。くさびは1本じゃ全然足りない。
I am the culprit. Oh my god! I knew it all along.
くさび1本で死んでくれるの
Shaded little Loden. Only vampires die from a single
魔女に
stake.
比べりゃ吸血鬼なんて貧弱なもん。
Say it with red.
本物の魔女くさびでめった刺しにしなきゃ死なないのよ。
Damn.
殺し屋だってそうでしょ。殺し屋が綺麗に一発の弾丸だけで相手を殺すなんて日本の漫画の中だけよ。本当の殺し屋なら弾倉が空になるまで全弾ぶち込むわ。
I am certainly the
あんた
culprit.
だってそうするでしょ。
It's a miracle that I even know that. I'm just kidding.
無論私もよ。でもこんなのこの子のことだから赤一つで一刀両断にしてくるでしょうね。彼らの死亡宣言とクラウスの無実、この辺をちょいちょいっと赤でまあそれでいいんだけどね。
Well, Twitch ads got a lot more annoying. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
赤き真実が出てきたら
I have killed a large bucket of yogurt. Oh my god, I love
再び青
yogurt
き
so
くさびで
much.
めった刺しにしてやるだけのこと。それが魔女のゲームの進め方。ああ、楽しい。
The Marine
バ
was
トル
so
のまどろ
good.
っこしい戦いにずっとイライラしてきたから本当に楽しい。ええ、分かってるわ、ラムダ。こんなの第一の
How
番
long
の
have
最
you
初
been
の
on the
最初。
Umi grind anyway? I read it fully in like 2 months. How long has it been? I'd say about a month at least. I play about every day to every other day for about an hour or more, so I was unlucky enough to read it starting with when episode 3 came out, so it was a long way. Oh, I can imagine. Now you're at 2 months? Has it really been 2 months? That's crazy. Time goes by when you're having fun. Wow, it's been about 2 months then. Although, when I played Higurashi, because I wasn't, you know, streaming it, I was just playing on my own, I finished that shit so quick. I finished, like, each chapter, like, in a day or two. I loved Higurashi so much. I mean, I like Umineko, like, I really do, but I really fell in love with Higurashi. I joined nearly a month ago and you're in chapter 3. Oh, damn. Nice. What am I on? Chapter 5? That's not that bad. I'm getting through it. That cute hair of yours. Well, this is some sadistic love they got going on. Do you have a streaming schedule? Unfortunately, I don't yet. But I have a Discord where I ping when I am streaming. I try to stream every day or every other. If you could pick 3 Umineko characters to just be here forever, who would you pick? George and Goda. Oh, 13. 13. All right, let's see. Okay, George 1. Goda 2. Nanjo 3, Kinzo 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm writing this down. Hi, Tinny! Kumasawa 8, I guess. Burn Castle 9. Damn, I don't want to delete anyone out. Battler 10. Ruda, oh wait, Kirei, how could I forget Kirei? Kirei, 11. Rosa, 12. Erica, 13. There we go. Can't believe you're the Golden Witch. This counts for the hate counter. Long as fuck. Fun fact, Umineko is a word count more than the full Harry Potter books. Damn. Okay, let me change the number counter. Okay. More words in the Bible? Dude, I want to read the Bible one day because I heard there's some crazy shit that goes on in there. And, like, I think it's going to be funny to read. And, like, not to disrespect anyone or anything, but like... Anyways. Way more. The servant waiting room in the mansion had once again gone silent. There lay Genji's corpse, which had been covered completely with a blanket. Also, hope you're doing well, Tinny. In the ceiling of this cramped room, a pitch black hole appeared. Ooh! Captivating legs sprouted out. Gap floated downwards. Gap is so funny.
ごめんね、源氏。そこでゆっくり永眠してたいだろうけど、そういうわけにはいかないの。
I hope you're having a good time. I am, thank you!
後ろ宮家の最後の当主、夏日に死してなお奉公するために、ここから消えてちょうだい。
Gap stripped off the blanket as she said this to Genji, who was sleeping peacefully, and she stared at the deep wound in his neck.
見事な切り口じゃない？まさに一刀で切ったのね。
Why do you have a British accent, Redeem? OMG side bit, I know. Imagine having a much more playful voice. She sounds too serious. Oh yeah. Yeah, I could see her. Sometimes she's playful. Why do I have a... Because it's hard to come up with idea for channel points, and so sometimes I do, you know, I play Paper Mario and I do a bunch of different accents for all the characters, and so I have a Redeem too. If, you know, some people want to randomly watch me struggle to do an accent, then I have that as a Redeem.
こんな真似ができるやつが権限しているの。
I see some of Buki over there too. Yes, you're mine. I love Danganronpa. I'm literally Sayaka Maizuna. But I love Ibuki too. Ibuki's such a cute guy. I love a lot of characters from Danganronpa. It goes without saying, but witches are capable of summoning beings with a strength proportional to their own ability. Danganronpa is like Umineko. It is. I love Danganronpa. Umineko is like Among Us. Are two of my favorite pieces of fiction. Yay! Yeah, I'm so glad you guys like Danganronpa too. Or as well, I mean. It's so good. Speaking of, I'm having Tinny play Danganronpa for the first time, so she's in the middle of it, which is so exciting. I am the Golden Witch, to be honest. Honestly, you go, girl. Like, you're fucking doing that. You are that witch. Goes without oh yeah, sorry. The great lady Lambda Delta called that being here as a trump card, 19th person. Even optimistically speaking, this is on par with Runove and me. Yeah, I'm insane too. A pitch black hole opened on the bed and Genji disappeared through the bed he had swallowed up. Oh, as though the bed had swallowed him up. Sorry about that. Just like the four in the guest house, Genji's corpse was also hidden in some unknown place. It was a place that no one could find, located neither within this world nor the next. No longer would anyone be able to find their corpses. No longer would anyone be able to confirm their deaths. She carried Genji's corpse to this place of endless silence, where it would never be disturbed. Who's my favorite character? That's hard. You know, okay, this might be weird, but you know what I kind of do instead? Instead of liking specific characters, I really love ships and like the relationships. So like my favorite fucking relationship is Canon and Jessica. Like, are those characters individually my favorites? I like them. But I wouldn't call them either my favorite. But them together is so good. Same thing with Mammon and Angie. Them together, oh, I love it. Even when Hideyoshi is like super sweet to Ava, I love when he does that. But as far as character goes, I guess I'd have to go with Natsuhi because she's just a sweet little bun. Like, she's just, you know what I mean? She's just a sweetie pie. I mean, Gap is great too. Gap is great. I love all the sisters. I think Belfie's probably my favorite sister, if I can find her. No, that's not... Well, whatever, you know. Can I give you a fun fact about Natsuhi? Of course you can. How much of you liking Gap is decided, though? Hey, I mean, I already like Gap, and then when I saw that, it just thrilled it up and got better. You know what I'm saying? Not really a spoiler, but could be considered a little silly. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you can tell me for sure. Thanks for asking. Yeah. She carried Genji's corpse to this place of endless silence where it would never be disturbed.
死体がなければ行方不明。行方不明扱いとは犯人と疑われ、同時に犠牲者とも疑われる。開かれることの決してない猫箱の中の暗闇こそ我ら悪魔と魔女の住みか。言って遅かったわね、名探偵さん。
Actually, you might get a wrong idea on this. Okay, well, it's up to you. If you want to tell me, let me know. But if you think it might be spoilery, then you can totally wait to tell me too. Gap licked her lips and gulped. I take it back, no more fun factsies for you. Yeah, err on the side of oh, that's okay. No problem. I appreciate the idea and how you were going to, though. I appreciate that. You'll never have a fun fact ever again. Damn, what did I do?
でもガープ様ってなんかかっこいいよね。
ガープ様
なんていうのか惚れるわ。
バカ言ってんじゃないわよ。見張りはどうしたの？人間たちがゲストハウスから戻ってくるわよ。ガープ様。
ええ、退散するわよ。
You have committed a sin? The sin of looking at that booba. A wooga! That's you funny when you talk about Gap. It's called not playing Umineko faster. I'm sorry. Gap jumped into a pitch black hole that would open your... Am I going too slow? Should be done by now. It's so great. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll go faster. Mammoth said I'm going in too and jumped in, followed by Asmo who said me too, and hopped in giggling. If you're going slow, it's because we keep stopping you. As Satan hesitated over what to do, the hole closed. Take your time. Yeah, I wanna interact with you guys and play at the same time. Satan went bright red and got angry all by herself, then turned into gold butterflies and disappeared. Satan's so cute. Aw. I love how each of the sisters have different personalities.
無事に移動させたようです。
ご苦労であった。しかし、次が厄介であるぞ。
現時の死体の消失に多少は驚くでしょうが、彼らの次の関心は再び金蔵の書斎に向くでしょう。
書斎の鍵は2本。夏日がすべて所持していて幸運であったな。
But there's a master key. Although, does the master key not work on Kinzo's? I forget. Maybe Kinzo has a special key, I think.
もし、現時に1本を預けたままであったなら、それは今頃、ラムダデルタ教の手に落ちていたであろう。
どうやらラムダデルタ教は、金蔵の死を隠すつもりはさらさらないようですな。
さらさらないよ。
お嬢様が築き上げてきた堀も塔も城壁も、すべて見捨てて戦われるつもりのよ
うだ。おかしな三角対決になったものよ。我らはそれぞれが敵であり、時に意図せずして連携しておる。三つどもえが2対1になったかと思えば、逆に1対2にもなる。ほらあれだ、中国のバトルロイヤル、三国志とやらに似てるとは思わんか？
Have they talked about this before?
天下三分の計ですが、お嬢様にしては随分と高尚な例えですよ。
三国志って3つ国があったではないか。義と呉と蜀だったか？まるでわらわたちであるな。はて、最後に勝ったのはどの国であったか？
最後に統一したのは秦です。お嬢様のおっしゃられる三国はすべて滅びました。
ほう、これは知らなかった。てっきり三国のどれかが勝者になったとばかり。
No, I don't think so. Okay, for sure.
義が圧倒的に優勢だったのではないか。
They're explaining it now.
帝位を腹心に奪われ、国を乗っ取られて滅びました。
The Sima clan, a noble family that Cao Cao invited as advisors, eventually gained central control in a power struggle and took over the country.
参謀として招き、乗っ取られるか。ラムダデルタ教め。
失礼いたします。人間たちは使用人控室にて現時の死体消失を確認。
I hate history. Give me more silly witch killing people. I hate analogies.
ゴールドスミス教の書斎に移動を開始しました。
I think it'll be over soon. Don't worry.
リーチェ。
リーチ。
来るわよ。来るがいい。人間どもに。絶対と奇跡の魔女ども。
I believe in you, Beato. If this is a three-way fight, we've got humans, witches, and what should we be called? If the thing we're protecting for the time being is Kinzo's phantom. So we finally get a term for whatever the fuck Beato is, and what a phantom. This seems like a good point to pause. I'm thinking of playing some White Album 2. Have you guys heard of that game? What's your favorite song from the OST? Oh, I don't know what it's called, but there's one piano song, I think. Oh, I can't fucking remember.
お父様、夏日です。
There's one song that I always say, like, OMG, I love the... I can't remember how it goes. I can't remember. I wish I could remember. Okay, I'm gonna save here.